Bonjour, hello.
Hello. What do you call a depressed man with a robotic arm?
I have no idea.
A cyborg.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Hey, we're back.
I got a cramp.
Woo!
Woo!
Two week hiatus. Am I
Take 1
right?
week off and get
take
cramp
a
when you
little
open
1
up a
week
can.
off. Here we are.
Things got crazy.
The 23rd episode of Bros, Bumps, and Beers. Yes, we're back. The return, the triumphant return of your host, Pat, the EST of Triple B Gagne, Matt, 2 T's Gagne, and Jordan, the Jackhammer Schofield. Gentlemen,
Yes.
welcome back.
Hello. Long time no see, guys.
Sup?
Yeah. I heard we got preempted for some weird seltzer podcast last week.
I don't know. It was an interesting week. It was nice to have a week off. I feel like I really recharged the batteries, got a lot
A
done.
little vacay. Where'd you go?
It was
right?
a stay home.
Yeah.
You know why. But no, it was good. I feel like, I saw that thing come up on my feed, and boy, those guys are good. They're
funny,
really
hilarious.
good. Oh, they're.
You know who I really like? That Pat guy.
Oh, yeah, he's
funny as
He's
shit.
my,
He's
it's funny
something.
because he's my least favorite guy on this.
You know what? I would, if I was those three guys, I'd probably kick off the Matt guy. Because first of all, his name's a fraud.
Yeah, I don't know what he does there.
Yeah. He's nice. Don't get me
Oh
wrong.
no, yeah, he's
super
probably
nice guy.
cool. He's probably
But what does he really bring?
You know what I think his best intangible is?
What's that?
He's a hard worker.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pucks in deep, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, definitely.
Great fourth
He's
line
a good,
guy.
He's a good glue guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Room guy.
Great
room guy.
name though. Great name.
No, I'd probably be better with just 1 T. I think.
How desperate is it that he brings us back to the 2 T's joke to try to wiggle
Yeah.
his way
Really,
in?
like
He couldn't even say like, "Oh, I do a pretty
he
good
knows.
job on the wrestling."
He knows
stuff.
that joke's got.
Well,
He can't even
He
pronounce
knows that
cities.
joke.
what
has
are we
us by the
talking about
balls.
though? I wasn't on that podcast.
Oh, that's right. That's a different Matt.
Right.
We love this Matt.
He's okay.
Yeah.
But I love how like he's got us by the balls with that 2 T's joke. Like,
I know.
he can't go anywhere
no,
ever.
No, we can't.
No.
it's like, and he does by far, I would say. Well, not by far.
I would love.
I
if we
think
get
Matt
rid of
does
2T
the
joke.
most, slightly more than you on the wrestling side. Slightly.
That's fair.
More.
No, that's fair. I'm more
Slightly.
diverse.
You're
More
more.
diverse.
You're more
Diverse.
betweener. Matt's definitely our wrestling weapon here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's
What
all he
about
does.
the beer guys?
Right? What about the beer guy? You just drink a lot of it. Doesn't mean you know a lot about it.
I definitely know more than you.
I mean, I'd probably pick Jordan over to know more about beer.
Oh, really? Would you also
Are we
pick him to know
stumbling
more
into
about
something?
trivia? Or?
Okay, we're not.
Are we
gonna
stumbling
talk
into something? Are we gonna have a beer trivia off one day?
Well, let me
beer-
tell you something, Jordan.
1v1.
Me and Pat had a little trivia contest in front
Okay.
of the boys from hockey.
Okay,
and,
hold on. I would like to put a note. in this, Pat, for future consideration.
timestamp it.
If we want to take a random third segment and do a Matt versus Jordan trivia off for beer and put stakes on it, I've been known to wager responsibly. And
A unit or two.
if you want to mediate it, I will participate. I will put up
So just about beer.
just about beer. I'll
I
go
think-
nose to nose.
In my head, I have a taste off. I have blind tasting, and you tell me what core beer this is.
I would
and from
destroy
where.
him.
Not
Are
a,
you-
not a
Are
chance.
you, oh, we'll have to talk wager. We'll talk wager.
Yeah,
off
we'll
air.
talk- you know what?
Local
Put a pin in it.
corpors.
Yeah.
Put a pin
Oh,
in
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Local
Put a pin in it.
corpors, I would destroy you.
Put a pin in it. I agree. I think this is a great
I've
thing to do in the
100% be
future.
on
That.
that.
screams YouTube to me.
Yeah. We have a YouTube channel. It's not running right now. But
No,
it's,
but we're
it's
working
available.
on it.
It's in the works.
So that sounds good. So I like where that went. But speaking of trivia,
We did it.
you did trivia test run the other week through
We
me
had,
and a friend of ours, and now apparently you two have gone head to head in some.
We
sort
have
of
our
trivia battle.
my friend Miguel. Shout out Miguel. Shout out
I was
Migs.
gonna say, how the fuck does that come up?
It's
Like you're not like walking down the street and you're like, "Hey, we should do brother trivia battle." Like,
did it
no,
for-
there's like a road there.
we did it for fun with the boys, and we just kind of did a general trivia. And then Matt started trash talking. Tried to cut a promo on him. He was kind of like listening to Randy Macho Man Savage when he was kind of like in WCW. Like it really just wasn't good.
Was Matt on his phone?
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah, so he actually
I hate
labeled
you
it,
guys. Like-
and he really jumped in on us. He had us sold on it. He called it the Gagne Grapple, which I'm sold.
Which was, yeah.
Put that
That's
on
a
a
good
poster.
name.
Put that on a poster. I'm
I
all
like
in
that
all day.
name.
And you know what? I will admit. To start off, I did participate under formal protest, before we started, Matt said,
You know it's good when you protest pre-match.
before we started, Matt goes, "Okay, I'm ready. I have my cheat sheet close."
Whoa, tee him up.
Right? Like
What do you need a
what does
cheat
that
sheet
mean?
for?
You can't just
I
have
was
a
never
cheat
told you couldn't have a cheat sheet.
sheet. It's trivia. You can't have a
Oh,
cheat sheet.
that's-
You can have a cheat sheet for an exam in a university course.
If allowed
Can't
by
have
the
for trivia?
professor.
Trivia nights are sacred. More
Okay,
sacred
Matt,
than that.
if the syllabus didn't say anything about a cheat sheet and you showed up with one, would they allow it or deny it?
Well, no, that's
Oh,
damn.
caught in that
Yeah.
lie. So formal
As
protest
someone who
stands.
spends way too much time in his life reading syllabi.
Yeah. So
Still a buy.
Yeah, because it's just
So
one
yeah,
word.
this was the
but
second
just-
most controversial contest of the week.
Just hold on.
Yeah. Number one being, what is in a syllabus? Read the syllabus. Fuck.
Just to be clear, my cheat sheet completely useless.
Yeah, because it was probably 8x11 paper, and for Matt to see it, it was like fucking 72 font.
But-
it's like there was like 3 of the capitals of
Okay,
the
I'm sorry you
U.S.
have
and that's all we
20/20
could
vision. I'm
take.
sorry that I'm blind.
New York, Dallas,
We were given general trivia categories, so I decided I'm going to just take a shot
the
at the dart.
Maldives.
And
I don't know.
I studied, so like a
Oh,
normal
okay.
person.
Yeah, like
But I also studied.
It was, I was, you know what,
Studied.
and you know what, I will give Matt credit. He did win. He did reign victorious. Because you know what, my downfall was question number 1, and it was the category was Friends. So Matt's gonna get that question right.
wait, Friends is in like like the TV show.
Yeah, and
Yikes.
my question was the answer was Bruce Willis, and I could not. It was
about
guest stars.
Guest stars on Friends.
I could not, for the life of me, remember his
Pat
name.
literally described the guy.
I told his whole biography. I told his whole
You're like,
biography.
it's like a
Oh,
bald
Demi Moore's
guy in
husband,
Die
bald,
Hard.
Die Hard.
That is the worst feeling
Yeah.
when you can like see it,
and you know
yeah.
the answer is so easy.
Yeah,
But I
and
could not.
and then they say the, name
word-
and
yeah,
you do the
the
and
words
you just,
Bruce Willis, because Matt was just staring. I seen him over the Zoom, just staring at me like, I know this answer.
So I got 2 points in the Friends questions because I stole his.
Yeah.
And then I got 2 points on the Mr. Olympia. Idiot let me pick Mr. Olympia as a category. Like,
Yeah.
but I had it. I
crushed him.
studied. I studied.
I crushed him.
studied.
Was it like
Winners.
obvious?
It was
Oh,
winners.
okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
So there's, I mean, you'd know.
You could deep dive Mr. Olympias and I'd probably still beat him.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guarantee you.
I'd
That was his category. You got to pick
And
his
then,
name.
So what was Pat's categories and where did those go wrong?
well, okay, so and then that brings me to the third error that Pat made in this. Pat decided, well, no, didn't decide. We had the wrestling category. Figure that's pretty even, right?
Should be.
Pat's question, way easier than mine. You have to admit, your
Yeah,
question was
my
easier.
question was, who was the main event? What?
Oh no, I'm saying sorry. Excuse me, podcasters. I'm saying I do want to guess this. Okay, so
What
say
was
it.
the question? It was the main of which
Okay.
former NFL star main evented a WrestleMania against who?
And
who
which
won,
WrestleMania?
And which WrestleMania?
Oh shit. Lyle Alzado.
No.
Damn it.
The correct answer was Lawrence Taylor defeated Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh god, that's right.
And I started talking out of my head. I was like, I knew it wasn't
wasn't it in New York?
Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
it wasn't
No, it was
Wrestling.
in Hartford.
No, Hartford. I knew it wasn't in
close enough.
WrestleMania 10 because that was the ladder match. Bret Hart. They didn't need him for that. And I was like, it's either 9 or 11. I went with 9. It was 11.
And 9 is an iconic one. It was the Vegas, the Caesar's Palace one outside that we've watched 300 times.
What was your question?
Mine was, who is the only Fatal 4-Way main event of a WrestleMania? Who was in it, and what was the order of elimination?
Yeah.
I don't even know the 4 names.
So it was Mick Foley. It was a McMahon in every corner. Mick Foley, Big Show, The Rock, and Triple H.
Yes.
Well, they were the or not the corporation. They were the.
No, that was,
was just a McMahon
that was the
every
McMahon era.
So the first one out was The Big Show,
Okay.
then Mick Foley,
Okay.
then The Rock, and then Triple H won.
So those aren't easy questions.
No, they're not.
Like none of those
Which
except
was
for Bruce
fair.
Willis.
In case you haven't heard, we have the best wrestling and beer podcast in the south end of the city.
Yeah, but those aren't like chip shot. Like I would say, even if you're a hardcore wrestling fan, you might struggle to remember
Yeah,
a couple of those
And then
details.
there was a couple that I made a comeback. I used my double because you can double up points. Which NBA player is found twice on the points per game list in a season?
Because he got traded.
No, he's twice in his career he's led the league in points per game.
Oh, Michael Jordan,
No,
Wilt Chamberlain,
there's two guys that have done it:
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
The two guys that have done it are Wilt Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain and
Bill
James,
Laimbeer.
and James Harden.
Oh,
I guess James Harden, so I got
really
that
thought
right.
the greatest basketball player of all time, Bill Laimbeer.
And then the
would be
worst
on that
part, the
list.
worst
Laimbeer,
question
yeah.
of the night.
No, that's technical foul.
So I'm down by one
that
going
guy.
into the final category. and it was child stars.
Oh, this was awful.
Oh.
And he was like, what was the name of the actor who played Henry Rolling Gardner in Rookie of the Year? Somehow, by the grace of God, I knew that answer.
I don't know.
What was the answer? I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you right now. I couldn't for $1 million.
Nicholas Ian something or other.
Thomas, maybe.
Thomas, maybe.
That,
So I got
that
in
name
my
sounds
kid,
like
there's
every
hope, 'cause
child
Matt's not
star.
going to get it. The
So he
actor
needed
who
to steal my
played the
answer.
lead in Free Willy,
I have no fucking idea.
right?
Jesse James
Something or other.
something or
No,
other.
that all seems made up. That all seems made up.
Yeah. So, bottom line is, I won. Pat lost.
It's true.
I was going to be very
Under
gracious.
protest. Under formal protest.
Okay.
I was going to be very gracious, but I'm also going to tell you, I was very inebriated by the end of that. And I still
What
picked
night
it
was
up.
this?
Friday.
Slow week, huh? Damn, guys, you fuck, you really tied one on, eh?
Yeah, well, you know.
Whoa, boys. Well, whoa. I hope it calmed down after that. God damn, guys.
Well, the best part was, so if we could go rewind a little bit, go back to last week's episode where we were on hiatus.
Right when we were away. Yes,
You guys get any good reactions from that episode?
of the week we were away.
Yeah.
Yes, numerous.
I actually got a phone call.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Someone
You
called,
got an actual
someone
phone call?
called me and were like, that was great. That's super good for your podcast. Probably your best thing you guys have ever done. And I was like, Tad, thanks.
I did, in an inebriated state, come off bad on text message to the group because my mom did not get posted on the IG right away.
Yeah, that was very aggressive.
Yeah, I apologize. I was a number of rums and a couple beers in, and I was kidding the whole way, but I guess it didn't sound like that because
No, it
I
did not.
looked down at my
Put her on the Instagram.
I looked down at my phone and I'm like, oh, I don't. This return tone seems angry, and I'm not angry. I'm just kidding, you know. But my mom was like, yeah, like I don't know, I really liked it, but no, it was true. Like the seltzer part, I had a couple buddies text me who I never would have thought. Like shout out Q, our DB coach where I coach football. He's like, I had to go try these, and I think the thing that surprised me the most is the grapefruit is a favorite by a long shot.
Yeah.
It's
Like
unreal.
I like personally, I'm not a grapefruit person, and
not either.
I liked it the most. And a lot of other people I talked to are like, no, like the grapefruit's good. Like my mom got a bunch. She's not really like if she drinks anything, it's like Malibu with like a ton of orange
Yeah.
juice. My sister got them. She usually drinks hard stuff, and like so I mean, there's a lot of flow to those seltzers, and the grapefruit was impressive. I
really
mean, so were the
think-
other ones, but the grapefruit was like surprisingly for how much I
Yeah.
hate grapefruit was very good.
I really think they are very good. They're very approachable from
Oh, totally.
everybody. They're very approachable to everybody.
Drink them anytime. It doesn't have to be in the summer.
And
No, morning, noon,
I
night.
also
yeah, you're good.
like. I haven't had a lot of seltzers, but those ones are far and above from what I've tasted. They're the best ones I've ever tasted. I'm not just saying that.
I'm not joking about like you open that with your nose over the can, and
Oh, yeah.
it's genuinely like
I think,
a
I think
flavor
just
punch in
all
the
in
face.
all, it was a good experience for us. I think we got some free seltzers out of the deal.
Oh, that's all we ever wanted.
So that was fun and
Way to go, One Great City! You fell into the trap.
it's a trap.
It's a trap. Admiral Akbar. It's a
Yeah.
trap.
And you know what? Though Jaden and Rachel was super fun, and
Yeah,
you
they
know
were
that was
great.
just
The only disappointment is we didn't get to do it in person. So hopefully one day we can
Meet up with
do
them in
that.
person, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
that would
fun.
be awesome.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe in 2025
But
when
I
everything
think-
goes back to normal.
Pat, should we?
2025.
Jesus.
I know.
Wow.
I'm being optimistic.
I'll be like, I don't want to talk about how old
Probably
I'll be
dead.
then. Whoa.
Hopefully.
Wow.
Damn.
I
Damn.
have kids.
Sorry. They'll be fine.
You got a strong
probably
mother.
be.
You got a strong mother.
Yeah. Godparents.
But I think now that Jordan has hurt me inside,
Coming real deep.
I
in
think
it.
we have to talk to Jordan.
Yeah.
No.
Jordan,
No, everything's fine.
Jordan,
Let's
please.
do
Jordan-
bets first. No, we're
no,
doing
Jordan,
bets
Jordan,
before we
Jordan.
do this.
Jordan, no.
You
This is
know what?
important.
Tell us how you did this week.
I did very good this weekend.
Jordan.
No, let me
hold on.
let me
Let
finish.
him do it.
I
Let him
went
do it.
9-3-1 on Saturday because
Yeah.
I am.
hold on.
I have been unconscious with the NCAA, and I did my usual thing, which is lose that money back on the NFL when I went 3 and
NFL was
5.
a cruel bitch.
Yeah, no, the NFL sucked. The NFL sucked for most of us this weekend. That Bucks over 34
upsetting.
points in the 38 in the first half, 34,
Was not
3
good.
in the second half.
Wasn't good.
I collaborated on the Sunday Nighter with my buddy Miggs. Shout out Miggs.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, Tampa's for sure going to win, and it's going to be the over for sure.
Yeah.
None of those hit.
You know when we
It
should
wasn't a
have
good day.
known? When the whole panel took the Bucks.
Yeah,
That's
that's a bad
when.
sign.
And I would like you to corroborate this. I said before the game, if the Saints are wearing all white, they cannot lose. It's a law.
They're just good to go.
And what
That just means
happened?
they're ready to go.
All white, and I looked
Does.
at the screen and I went, shit.
yeah.
Now realistically, they're 3-2 all time in all whites. I think that was in 2018. I looked it up. But
Okay, Rico.
eye-wise, don't be a skell. Eye-wise, they can't lose in all whites. And
looks
the
good.
second they came out in all whites, I went, shit.
But
Shit!
But
Should've
Jordan, I
took
want
the
to
money
ask you a
line.
question. So you went 9-3-1 on Saturday.
I did.
What
Coastal Carolina -17 pushed. Paul and I really suffered on that one. That one was hurt.
I want to know something. Those 3 losses.
Yes.
Excuse me. Those 3 losses you had.
Yes.
One of those was who?
South Carolina
Okay.
was +10. I really thought they had Texas A&M in a letdown spot, and Texas A&M looks
I don't need an
super
explanation
strong.
for every pick. Just say what
Okay,
you lost.
and then
Okay.
and then
Well, I lost so few I can barely remember. Hold on. I had another game. I write them down just to make sure I have a good memory. Iowa under 46. When does Iowa think at any point in time they're allowed to score more than 14 points in a game? Like, you are Iowa. Like, run the ball.
Okay, and then the
hold on,
last
hold
game
on.
was
Let me finish. Iowa, run the ball and be racially insensitive in your strength program. That's what Iowa did this past year. No, it's true. It's like a fact. I'm not saying out of turn.
okay,
It was like
okay.
it was like brought up, and it was
okay.
it was someone got fired.
Oh, wow.
Kirk French is on the hot seat. And then my last game was Coastal Carolina -17, which was a push.
Right.
So that was the.
who were they against?
I can't remember.
You know what it was? I don't. Who was it, Jordan?
Coastal Carolina wasn't against
Who'd they
whoever it is. It was like Southern Alabama Southern.
Jordan,
okay.
Matt, allow me to read this.
Okay, go ahead.
Jordan,
We're saying this because we're your friend.
we're friends. I wrote a letter for you. Dear Jordan,
Oh boy.
Matt and I have sat and watched you continuously hurt yourself. And those, I don't know why you're laughing.
Sorry, it's very serious.
Hurt yourself and those around you for too long. We care about you. We worry about you. This can't go on. Betting on Texas football just isn't helping you. It's ruining your mood and your vibes. This cannot continue. If it does, we will be forced to take the following actions.
Okay, you're gonna threaten me. Fuck. Okay, go
Brett,
ahead.
We'll
no,
be
these are
asking-
ultimatums.
Oh no, these are all.
We'll be asking all breweries to cancel any future guava-related beer ideas.
Don't do this to me.
I will be calling the Packers personally and encourage them to begin the Jordan Love era.
Fuck you. That doesn't start till at least.
And
2023.
finally, we will advise all outlets to not sell you any PS5s that come into stock.
you. Fucks.
We are doing this because
I'm
we
gonna
love you.
flip this table.
This self-harm cannot end.
Okay, listen.
Love Matt and Pat.
No. I'm gonna explain this. I was off the Texas bandwagon. You guys both saw it. I got burnt. You get burned. No. You fool me once.
Matt is talking like an addict.
You fool me once. Shame on me. You fool
I
me
know.
twice. Shame on me. You fool me the 9th time. Maybe your fault. Probably me. I'm the one who puts the bets in. I don't think it got to 9 bets
Now,
in a row. But
Jordan,
no. Let me finish. There is a guy at Barstool who was 8-0 on Mortal Locks, and I have trailed him the whole time, and he has been great. He picked Texas this week, and I had to decide: am I going to go against what I've set myself up for, or do you go to the wheels fall off with Big Ev, who is also an Ohio State fan? I went to the wheels fell off.
Jordan,
it's okay.
Jordan,
It's
you're
9-3
sick.
and 1.
You're sick. It's okay.
No, Texas football.
You're sick.
It's a cyclical thing. I stopped betting the Cowboys. You can't expect me to just go cold turkey.
So did Texas win for you this weekend?
No, but they
Jordan,
were
Jordan,
close,
Jordan, look at us.
and that counts.
Look at us. Look
in
at
my
us.
mind.
Matt.
Yes,
Look him in the eyes with me.
sure. How the fuck am I supposed
Jordan,
to do this?
Jordan,
My neck's
Jordan,
gonna break.
Jordan.
Okay, I'll look at you.
it's time to stop.
What if
Jordan,
No,
no,
what
there
if
is no,
Texas
no.
is like they beat Oklahoma State last week?
Jordan.
What if they're like a live dog?
Jordan, it's time. It's time to stop.
Okay, so what? Like, I cannot bet on Texas the rest of the year.
No,
Okay, what about against Texas?
no, I don't want you going anywhere near
A
Texas games.
game with Texas I
No.
can't take. What about an over/under?
No.
What about Pat? Hold on, though. What if?
What about teams that aren't Texas itself, like around Texas? Like, what about Texas Christian University?
No, I'm talking about University of Texas.
U of T. Okay, at Austin. Fuck Matthew McConaughey.
I
fuck
don't know
Lincoln.
how college football works all that well. I don't really do the whole college football thing.
I know that's why we all lose money because the NFL's a shit show.
But,
the NCAA you can actually
Yeah,
reasonably.
because I watched the Giants have a great game on Monday, and then I decided to bet against them on Proline. And
Matt,
was dumb.
I'm gonna get a letter.
You took
for
Washington too?
Your letters.
Huh?
You took Washington too?
Yeah, they were. It was good odds.
Yeah, remember the last time they played? Beat the living shit out of them.
Yeah.
Washington did.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck it.
that wasn't good. Anyways,
Way to go, Andy.
I don't know if Ohio State ever plays Texas, but
Don't
if
do this.
Ohio State plays
No,
Texas, can
it's-
he bet on Ohio State?
No.
Okay, first of all, that happened in the Cotton Bowl like 3 years ago. That's the last time they've played.
Jordan, it could be for the national championship, and I would not allow you to make that bet.
Okay, well, guess what, guys? Texas is not going close to the fucking playoff anytime soon, so we're good. But yeah, beyond that, I accidentally took Notre Dame and covered. That was good.
And now all of them have COVID because they rushed the field.
No, actually, well, though this is the weirdest fucking thing about COVID. No one's been reported as having it yet. Now, it would take a few days, but no.
It'll take like 5 days.
Yeah, but like all other schools, like Mississippi State got hit with it today and a bunch of other schools, but neither Notre Dame or Clemson have anyone's tested positive.
Yeah, I understand that. But like, okay, look, I want to go in a different direction here. We're done with betting.
Thank God.
done with seltzers.
I have the sweats now.
Look, Jordan, we will
It's
revisit
okay,
this.
Jordan. We're here for you, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we
buddy.
got you all day.
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Now I was driving to grab beer. So great day. And
Where'd you go?
I went to Wee Beer.
Great place.
Great
Oh.
place.
Little
Yeah.
gem.
Very, very, very underrated beer selection.
Nintendo and beer, awesome location.
Really? Do you want to retake that joke?
No, I'm happy with it. Yeah. I'm an addict. I get sympathy. That joke was a Texas-sized mistake.
Now, stick with me here. Now, I was driving, and in front of me, for some reason, there was a car with an Alberta license plate.
Oh no.
Have you ever read a license plate from Alberta?
Wild
aren't
Rose
they,
country?
Aren't
Yeah,
they
what's a Wild
white?
Rose
Aren't they
country?
white with like red letters?
Yeah, and it says
Yeah.
the Wild Rose Country.
Huh? I don't know why that is. I thought they were like,
But they were oil.
yeah,
And Cowboys.
anti-mask, oil, and stuck in the past.
So what I did,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because I was curious, I came home, cracked a beer, and went looking for other sayings that are on license plates.
Like friendly Manitoba.
Yours
Yeah.
to discover, Ontario.
I didn't care for that one. I found
Fuck
Saskatchewan. Get ready for this shit.
I know that one.
Land of Living Skies.
Living Skies.
The hell does that mean?
Well, it's because the ground is so flat, you have to look at the
What
sky,
does that
otherwise
mean?
you get sick
What does
driving
that
the car.
mean?
You know, there's a lot of things we could make fun of Saskatchewan for. Having flat land, I feel like we're all in that boat together.
Yeah,
Nova
we are.
Scotia is Canada's ocean playground.
Yep. That's a lot to go on. I think that one's like
So they just claim the whole ocean.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
absolutely.
a very like well, you know what? Something I realized, we actually have a very like basic but like interesting license plate.
Yeah.
Alberta's is boring as shit. It's like the worst, and then
it is.
Ontario's suck too. It's like white with blue.
Saskatchewan's just white and green.
Yeah, it's nothing. The Maritimes provinces crush it. On
Oh,
the,
there's a fun.
and BC's is cool too.
And then I looked up New Brunswick and Newfoundland.
I like this one. Oh, okay, New Brunswick's is good.
No slogan for both.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant the license plate. Yeah, there's no slogan,
There's
but
no slogan.
the
I
license
feel like
plate's fun.
there's no faith in that.
Did you look
province.
up the one for PEI?
I know. I looked. I gave an award for the least thought process wise.
Has to be Quebec.
No, it has to be BC. Beautiful British Columbia. So
Yeah.
BBC.
Oh, I get it. Yeah,
like the news outlet.
yeah, in England.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
British
basic
Columbia.
British
Yeah.
So
Cox.
Yeah.
what?
So BBC.
Yeah, BBC.
So you're driving around with a license plate.
That's the BBC.
BBC.
I've
Yeah.
always wondered, what does Quebec remember?
Is there a logo that guy who's sitting on the bed?
Oh my god! I'm gonna put in for it now. I'm gonna petition them.
Awesome.
Why did? Well, yeah, because Quebec
I've
is
seen
Je
a
me
few-
souviens. I don't know what they're
I've
trying
seen
to
a few
remember.
Christmas shirts with just the upper body, and there's a decent chance I'm going to pull the trigger on those. Not that I can show it to anyone, but I think it'll be funny
Just to
for.
say you
You'll
got
pop
it.
the boys.
I'll take it to a family thing
Yeah.
and just lie through my teeth of what it is. Be like, yeah, it's just a meme. you know.
What is PEI? Do you know the slogan?
Something to do with oh god.
But anyway, so
It's been
while you're looking that up,
4 years since
while
I've
you're
been
looking at that,
there.
then I just dove down the rabbit hole of the American license plates.
Oh, they're
Oh
bad.
Jesus.
Maryland. Drive carefully.
Birthplace of Confederation.
oh,
it's pretty.
that's pretty standard.
Yeah,
that's
pretty standard. But
yeah,
it's nice. It has the it has like red leaves flowing
Drive
across a
carefully?
tan
Yeah, that's
background.
Maryland went with drive carefully. Sure. Maine. Vacation land, because that's where I'm going for vacation.
Yeah.
100%.
Maine is very nice, actually.
I've
I've never been, but I want to go.
Sure it is.
It's not my first choice. Like,
I feel like
it's not my main
Well,
choice, but it's the second.
their food is apparently phenomenal.
Look, I watched John King for 4 or 5 days.
What a fucking stud that
Listen,
guy is.
I know everything about the United States now. I know all the map. I know the whole map.
Hey guys, that's why we count the votes.
That's what we got votes.
why we count the votes.
You
gotta be-
didn't,
we gotta
you
be
didn't know the
patient.
map
Gotta
on
be
trivia
patient.
night.
We got another patient. Well, that was ridiculous.
Six cities in California. Place them furthest north to furthest south.
Ooh, okay, hold on. I got
There,
this.
we'd have to give you
Yeah.
the 6 cities.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
And then in Texas, so you can't
East or
touch
west?
this.
San Francisco's...
East or west?
No,
Wait,
he gives you he gives you
okay.
a list of 6.
Because San Diego's the lowest. LA is above it.
Yeah.
San
Pat didn't know
Francisco's-
that San Diego was the
San
lowest.
Francisco's actually the
Dumbass.
highest of the mains.
So I did Maryland. I've done Maine.
what about Butte?
Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
Iowa is the corn state.
Corn State.
Well, I mean, they're not
What's
wrong.
Nebraska?
Cornhusker State?
Yeah, it's Cornhusker
Yeah.
State.
Colorado just says colorful.
Sup.
I mean,
I'm surprised
Sure.
Colorado has license plates. I'm surprised they don't just perpetually forget to put anything on them ever.
Idaho
Oh,
is good.
it's got to be
potato
potatoes.
country or something.
It just says potatoes.
Yes! Yes, Idaho!
Hey, talk about being self-aware, right?
Those are the states like Iowa, Idaho, Wyoming. Like if someone was like, "Hey, you got to move to the states," that's actually where I'd go.
I go to
Because-
Montana.
Yeah, because I don't want to move to, because there's stuff down there that concerns me greatly. So I would like to move to a place that, or maybe where I'd like to go? New Mexico. I would like I feel like me and Albuquerque would get along pretty
Albuquerque.
well. Albuquerque.
But then I got two more.
Death or what is it? Death or Consequences? That's where Cactus Jack was from, but it's a real place.
Oh, yeah.
Death or
that.
Consequences, New Mexico, or
Didn't know
something
that.
like that. And that's
Yeah.
the name of the actual town. Oh. It's pretty cool.
I got 2 more. I got South Dakota. Great faces, great places.
That rhymes.
Those
You
are
know-
both. That's both a lie.
Hey, you know where I'm not going? South Dakota.
Dakota.
Like,
I've
why
been.
would I go there?
You
You're
know
not
why?
missing much.
You know why we spend time in North Dakota? Because we have no choice but to go through it. We literally drive as fast as we can to get to Minnesota.
And then, this is my favorite. I kept it to last. New Hampshire.
Oh boy.
This is on a license plate.
Okay.
Live free or die.
Fuck yeah!
Let's go, y'all!
Why didn't they put hard at the end? Live free or die hard.
Bruce Willis film.
Bruce Willis film. See how we tie that all together?
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, it's
See,
so-
it's all
Oh,
back.
look at us, eh? Look at us, like barely scheduling our segments and then wrapping it back around.
No, we schedule them. We just kind of go all over the place.
All
we
right,
do.
so maybe we should review some beer now.
Oh, yeah, beer. This is the first time in a while we're going to
Yeah.
be drinking some beer.
So, Pat, why don't you lead us off?
Yeah,
Pat's gonna
absolutely.
lead us off,
Yeah, at least stuff.
and he's got a good one. I've
I
had it.
picked this
I love
the color.
strictly because I thought the black and white can was super slick.
It is slick.
I have the... So it's Matt's favorite for sure, then.
I love the
It's
color.
slick.
I love the color of that beer. Like I
Yeah.
could look at that color. That's beautiful.
So
Like the actual beer.
I
Yeah,
went
the
with
actual-
a
Yeah.
Barnhammer release. I went with the Witch Hunt.
Ooh.
Got to be careful with that second word. It is a
Oh, boy.
it is a lemon and
Rails episode
Oh, boy.
off.
this is a
Gonna
lemon.
we're really earning the E in this
Oh
one.
man, both words even. You could screw up both words.
Rooibos.
Yeah.
Roy
Lemon and
Ibis.
rooibos
Rooibos.
tea wheat beer.
Rooibos?
Wheat beer.
Rooibos. I think it's Rooibos.
It's a 5.5 alcohol content. It is infused with rooibos.
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 Oh, Rooibos.
Rooibos.
Arribas.
Oh, the Rooibos. Dun, 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 dun,
You know what?
dun.
This is just like really smooth, really light tasting.
It's nice.
It's really nice. It's you would think something different would come out of this like really scary looking can. It's a very approachable beer.
That can scream stout.
Yeah.
Scream stout.
When I saw
And then
it-
you drink it and you're almost. You know
It's-
what? It adds to the beer.
But you know what it does? You know what it does? You see the can, you pick it up and go, oh, that's probably a stout. But then you read it and go,
Yeah, because that
get
everything
lemon?
in it.
Oh, yeah.
everything in it
Yeah.
screams summer.
I can even taste the rooibos.
Barnhammer made a winter wheat beer, and it is. I was very impressed by that. I wasn't expecting much, and no, like not offense to Barnhammer, it's just Rooibos
Yeah.
hibiscus tea. Like I was like, okay, I mean, it's like David's tea in a can. Like
It's
it's
so
David's tea in a
it's-
can.
so
yeah,
it's-
David's tea's tagline should be, "It smells 1,000 times better than it tastes,"
Yes.
because that's always what
Yeah,
happens.
that
with
should be
tea.
their
you know what?
tagline.
All tea just tastes like hot water.
Yeah,
Because you burn your tongue and then you
I,
can't taste
I
anything.
legitimately used to get like the little taster packs
Yeah.
and just keep them at home, and like just every once in a while I'd be like, and that's it. That's all I do. I would like get them on a they'd be like they're on sale for like $1, and I just smell them every once in a while.
let's see
That's
if
all
we
I
can-
do. See, Forever Nuts is by far the best smelling tea I've ever
Oh,
gotten.
no.
It's
Sleigh
like,
ride.
are they your smelling salts?
Well, no, my
see,
smelling salts are
See,
smelling
I
salts.
I screwed up. I didn't rotate the can gently prior to pouring. Son of a bitch.
Oh no!
So
Is all the
sediment.
sediment at the bottom?
yeah, whatever. But it's still really damn good.
If that's like real tea, just put some more hot water in it and shake it. Boom. Now you got a second batch. Slightly weaker.
So yeah, Witch Hunt by Barnhammer. Really solid beer. Really solid outing by them. You know what? Here it is. You
Yeah.
can follow me on Untapped at Pat Gagne. We're back, boys. On Untapped. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5.
I don't disagree with that.
I really
gotta get
enjoyed
you
this.
I liked it that much too.
This is good shit.
I don't
You
know
get
if
that
I
from
don't
the
think
wee
I
beer?
gave it a 4, but I liked it.
I did. Yes.
I'm gonna have to pick one up.
It's very delicious.
Matt, shall you or shall I?
I'll go. I
Okay.
feel like I want to hear yours.
Oh, you're-
so
yeah.
let's-
That's a big one. You're a big
Got a
one.
weapon going on this one.
So, I went something that's been around. Winnipeg Brewworks, their Pills, which is their
Kind of like
Pilsner.
that, eh?
Hey,
Something that's been around.
Have I?
No.
you haven't.
No,
You
my
wish you did.
my hand's my best friend.
Nice.
Nice.
We're really learning that at you, ladies.
Yeah, we're like
So yeah, it's a Pilsner.
Classic tasting. Eh?
two best friends though.
Very. Oh, good God.
If you don't count my feet. What?
I'm trying to figure out the physics of that
No,
one.
just go. You don't need to respond.
The biomechanics of that are next to impossible. Yeah, so it's
That's why we need a YouTube channel so you can see me try.
nope,
Nope.
Nope.
nope, nope.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's a classic tasting Pilsner. It's very crisp. It's got a little bit of sweetness, malty enough. You get a little bit of like a cereal or like a wheat kind of, a little bit of that.
Wait.
Slightly bitter on the finish. Just a really standard Pilsner. I'm not a huge Pilsner fan.
But you know what,
This
though?
is a very approachable Pilsner.
You know what? With a Pilsner, you can take Pilsners for granted, though, because people say, oh, it's so easy to make a Pilsner. If you
It's
make
not.
a bad Pilsner,
Yeah.
they're disgusting.
Like Pilsner?
Yeah. Like, well, yeah.
Is that okay? So quick mid touch. What is the beer style that when it goes wrong, it goes wrong? Like wrong. You know what I mean? Like there's some beers like a lager is like it's good, it's not good.
Okay, I'm going to pause that question. I'm going to finish this review
Yes,
real
and then
quick,
we're coming back.
that- 'cause
We'll
that's-
come back because
we
I
need
think
to-
that's a
we
good
need to talk
question.
about that.
Yes.
So if you follow me on tap at Gagne Matt, I can give this
For the
How do you
fans at
spell
home,
it?
we've been away for a week. How do you spell it?
GAGNEMATT.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it's more than one.
That's 2.
Yeah. 2 teams.
All right.
Longest running joke of the show.
Oh,
If
that's
you
great.
follow me on Untapped,
get old.
I mean, like I said, it's a good, very approachable Pilsner. 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, good beer.
Yeah, so back to
Winnipeg
Jordan's.
Brewworks is just, they're solid.
Okay, I
Oh,
think,
yeah.
I
There's-
think
they
like,
have their
I
cores
think
and they're
I'm
good.
gonna exclude one beer from this. I feel like wild beers, because of what they are. Like if you have those beers, like those are the ones where it's like we're putting fucking balsamic vinaigrette, which
Yeah.
I've had. Like let's just throw those out. So like we're talking like stouts, lagers, pilsner. Like when something goes wrong,
Yes.
what is the beer that goes wrong? the
generic
worst? Yes,
type.
of like the beers you would
See,
shut your eyes and
and
name.
just because I've had so many and I've seen it go really wrong, I'd say you can really fuck up a sour.
really,
You
That
can- it
is
can- it
not-
can be
that's
too-
not what I would
disagree.
go
It can
with.
be
disagree with
too.
you.
It can be too tart for me. I find
No.
it. I feel like
I
that's,
understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't agree, but I very much
And
get
also,
how
but
someone
also,
could
but
say
also,
that.
you can't really put me in this because I'm not a big stout guy. I'm not going to go out of my way to drink a stout.
Okay. So is this Matt and I?
Yeah, I feel like it's.
I am going to go. I'm gonna go IPAs. I feel like when you make a bad
yeah, I
IPA,
disagree.
no, but like I'm talking a bad IPA. Like I'm talking like, what happens if someone makes a? Oh, you know what? Actually, now that I'm running it back, maybe it's a milkshake.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a milkshake. beer.
Milkshake
But I
IPAs.
haven't had too many bad. Maybe it is a. I don't know. Oh no! Fuck! I missed it. Check it. It's a bitter. A
That's it.
bad
I
bitter
haven't had a lot of
is.
bitters.
Yeah, no, I'm running that back. I've had enough bitters to know when you miss, it becomes bitter, and it is terrible. So I'll ratchet it back. I'll say like, yeah, I haven't had too many bad IPAs, but I've had a couple bad bitters, which for some reason people from like England or Scotland, like they love that's if they're gonna make something, they like to make bitters. Ugh. Not great. Bob.
My personal, the one that I feel like, and it's become very popular, and I'm going a little bit more specific than you are,
Okay.
blueberry beers.
Interesting.
blueberry lagers in particular, some are okay, some
Yeah.
are good, but I feel like you can really, really muck that up.
Above or below pumpkin, considering what we're currently going.
Scum.
through.
I would
Scum of the
rather.
earth.
I would.
Scum of the earth.
I feel like pumpkin beers are better. A bad pumpkin beer is better than a bad.
And what's
blueberry
bad
beer.
about like a bad blueberry beer? In my head, what you're saying to me is like it should taste like blueberry and it doesn't. Is that where you're at? Or are you saying like there's a bad flavor?
I'm saying I'm not a huge blueberry fan.
Yeah.
So when you get punched in the face with blueberry
Yeah.
taste and you don't get
It's a little
beer,
off-putting, eh?
Really?
Little off-putting?
I'm the
Yeah.
other way on that. I like. Oh, okay. I know you're talking about something specific.
no.
No.
Oh,
Just
I
in
thought you were
general.
talking
Just in
about
general.
a
Just
in
certain.
general.
Okay.
No, just in
Okay, I
general.
was like, I thought you were talking about a very
haven't-
specific beer,
And you're thinking the blueberry from TCB. That honestly isn't a terrible
which
blueberry
I think is
beer.
their most popular beer.
It is, 100%.
Yeah, like bar none.
And I understand why. It's very approachable.
Yeah.
And it's not actually a terrible blueberry beer. The one I have in my head is the Lake of the Woods blueberry.
Oh
I
yeah, that
can't
thing.
drink that.
Thing's a Hadouken to the chest.
Yeah, I can't drink that.
Thing's like yeah. So in my bag over there, I'm just gonna shout it out since it came up. I'm waiting to try a blueberry pancake sour that's 10% from Strathcona.
So
That-
you're sleeping over.
That is in the like echelon of like a Jordan beer. So I really hope it tastes good because
Guys, can I just say, last week was fun, but I missed talking beer with you guys.
get you back.
I love beer.
I don't want to talk about it. So Jordan, we've all waited for in anticipation for this one.
Yes.
Jordan has once again decided to go head to head with Sucrums.
Me and Sucrums. We can't,
So here we go.
just-
He's got the Hop Fuzz.
Okay. We have the Hop Fuzz. The
Great
Hop
can.
Fuzz.
Love that can.
Matt, since I talked about knowing more about beer than you, what's a DDH Pale Ale?
It's a double dry hop.
Even I knew that. Damn it.
I might lose this. This Pale Ale, so double dry hopped. We got Azacca's. I could have said that wrong. You tell me. Prove it. Citra and Galaxy hops. These hops dazzle this Pale Ale with flavors of citrus, peach, and tropical fruits.
Flutes.
Yeah, the Pied Piper of beers.
Musical.
How'd you kids?
What?
Pied Piper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on, don't put me. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Okay, so when I picked this up, so with most things with Sucrums, I find Sucrums to be a roller coaster, which is why I like them because
Never
you're
noticed.
either going to get
Like a box of
Cosmos.
chocolate. They're like a box
yeah,
of
you're either
chocolates.
going to get Cosmos or you're going to get a raspberry filled chocolate, and you're just like, what in the seven shits is this? So, something I always appreciate about Sucrums is they're not afraid to try shit. I don't think they're worried about like, we don't want to hurt the brand. I feel like some places are a little tight with their test batches, or they're like, hey, we put 4 test batches together. They're all stouts. Have fun,
Yeah.
And I will respect that while being honest about it. I opened this
Hop Fuzz is a regular release. That's
is
why.
it regular? Okay, so I opened Hop Fuzz. First time I've had it, I took a drink, and I instantly had a what the fuck face, because I couldn't decide if it was, if I like it was just different, which I always respect. I almost got more apricot than peach. I don't know if that's like maybe that'll change over
similar
time.
flavors,
Similar
though?
flavors, and the more I drink it, the more I have to say. Aside from Cosmos, this is the second best thing I've had from Sucrums.
Wow.
The first sip was just odd. I had it out the can, and I had it without any sort of
Gotta let it
critical
breathe, man.
thought.
Gotta let it
I gotta let it breathe. I poured it into a glass. I gave it a swirl. Guys, talk while I drink again.
Words.
I will say though that as
Thank you, Pat. You nailed that.
as you're swallowing, Sucrums does do their hoppy beers well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Phasers on Stun was
Yeah, and you know
Bananas.
what I had the other? I had. Is it Desert Island? What's their IPA?
Yeah,
I was
Desert
impressed by that too.
Desert Island.
You know what it is? It's one of the IPAs that I can drink and it doesn't offend
Yeah,
me.
the IPAs are growing on me a lot, and I think it's just I never had the Sucrums IPAs really much. So as far as a hoppy beer goes, like this is really nice, and it's really different than something I've had before. Let me just quickly check the because this will just help. 4.8. Oh, okay, that's
It's a 4.8 only.
Yeah, it's not it's heavy, but
Oh, it's a pale ale. That's why.
I am teetering
that
because I'll just say really like the flavors. It's not overly bitter. It's not gonna like punch you in the face. I think you could have multiples of these, and I think they're like this is for me like a great someone who is drinking beers but hasn't really wants to start to enjoy the more fringe beers like styles like a DDH Pale Ale. This is a good place to start. I'm gonna give this.
Where are you gonna give it?
I'm teetering.
Where are you going to give it?
On Untapped at Jason. Fuck. Jasko 55.
Took a week off.
I'm
after
gonna,
that.
you know what? I'm gonna crowdsource this. I know you haven't had it. I am, from what I've said, I am teetering between a 3.75 and a 4.
Jordan?
It's on the cusp, and like I haven't been impressed. I like the flavor.
Jordan, I've seen you drink beers before.
Yeah,
Just give it a 4. Man.
yeah, it's a 4. You know what? This is a 4. This is a 4 from Sucrums, and that for me is a pretty damn high score. So that's really good, Sucrums. I don't know if you listen. I think actually I know you listen because you've like called me out when I've gone in your store, which is not
Jordan was
speechless. I'm not
speechless.
speechless much, but that hit me. This is really fucking good. Like it's not like my like if you, by the way, if you make this with like 7.5%, this score is gonna go up. But for the percentage, for what the taste is,
Like something we're gonna talk
it's
about next.
really really good.
Yes,
Yes.
so,
really good.
Jordan is going to get his phone out and get the beer news going.
Oh yeah, I know.
As I recap it,
guys, you know what? We're a little rusty.
Jordan
We
had
took
the
some
hot
time off.
fuzz from Sucrums. He gave it a 4 out of 5 on Untapped. You can follow him at JScope55.
I also hope that's a reference to
It is.
Fuzz, yeah.
yeah. Fuck.
They're
Matt,
they're film guys.
yeah, Matt had the Winnipeg Brew Works. I said that correctly, yes?
Yes.
He had the Pills,
The pills.
and he gave it a 3.5 out of 5 on Untapped. You can follow him at Gagne Matt with Dos Tays. And I had the Witch Hunt from Barnhammer, and I gave that a 4 out of 5 on Untapped. You can follow me at Pat Gagne. And now, hopefully, as he's scrolling, we can throw it to Jordan for the Winnipeg Beer News of the Week. Welcome back, Jordan.
Thank you, Patrick. So I'm just rapidly scrolling back because I'm trying to figure out how long it's been since we've done an episode.
No, you're too far.
November 2nd.
You're too far.
Did we talk about the box of chocolates? I don't think we
You're too
did.
far. Just go.
What about the box of chocolates?
That's not local though.
Oh,
with-
you're not local.
Start with Kilter.
Okay,
No,
no,
we
fuck
already
you.
did that one. We already did that one.
Okay,
No, you
fine.
start with
okay, so we're gonna
TCB,
start with
TCB.
Trans Canada
Yeah,
beer.
that's
I
on
have had this beer,
Son of a bitch.
and it was. You know what, Pat?
He's doing fine.
It's
Shut
been
up.
a minute, all right? This is
up.
why I bet Texas. Okay, because you knocked me down. You knocked me down. You don't let me breathe. Texas is my safe space. Especially -3 or more. Okay, at home. All right, so if they're a road dog, I swear to God. Okay, so country sour. So Saskatoon berry sour. Listen, I still don't know what a Saskatoon berry is. Okay,
like
I've
a
never
blueberry.
had one.
It's a berry from Saskatoon,
Yeah,
you
well,
dumbass.
what can you buy them in Winnipeg? Apparently not. So this was actually quite good. I actually had it already because I know we're a little behind schedule. But again, it's just like take this, slot this into being a really fun fruit sour for TCB. Just a really solid beer. So if you have a chance to grab that, please go ahead and do so. You may have heard this week
Yeah.
that Kilter released a test batch, 2 test batches,
About
100
100
cans
cans
each.
each.
100 cans each.
Gone in minutes.
Bullshit.
Minute and a half.
Bullshit, it was 100 cans each. It was maybe 10 cans from what I understand. I was online at 11:58. I was ready to go. By the time I hit checkout, they were gone.
Hold on. You didn't get any, eh?
No.
Matt did.
Oh, you did.
Oh, I got one each.
And
Oh, that's great.
Also, Matt was selfish and didn't bring one of them for
Did
the
you
pod.
get one?
No, I didn't. I was at work. I didn't have
Oh,
time.
yeah, you have a real job. Yeah.
Too bad you guys didn't get them.
Yeah, I'm sure
How
they
were
were
they,
great.
Matt? How were they?
Oh my god.
Guys,
So good.
we have a pandemic on our hands and we need to talk about it. How is so much beer lost in the canning process and why hasn't someone figured this out? Because they told me that Swario isn't coming out anymore in cans because they lost too much of it trying to can it. Yeah, that's
Well, no.
breaking
okay,
news.
Because they tried to can it
Breaking news.
mechanically.
Yes.
They canned these by hand.
You know what? That's an attention to detail that I would usually forgive, but the fact that I didn't get one means, Kilter, you are on shaky ground as my favorite in the
so
city.
Real quick, just talking about these.
Let him
Okay.
go. Just let him
Oh,
go.
great. Yeah, no, brag. Yeah,
So the
go ahead.
Cocoa
fuck.
Puff Daddy, which was a double
Yeah,
chocolate
no, it
stout,
sounds awesome.
was
Sounds
fantastic.
Great. Yeah, I'm sure it was
very
wonderful.
chocolate
Darn!
forward.
Stop it.
I'm sure it was great. Yeah.
It was great.
This is
But-
about Texas.
The Mango Lorian,
Love that name, by the way.
the jalapeno mango IPA. Hook that to my veins.
Yeah.
You want to talk about like a
Sure,
balanced
all
beer?
10 of you can meet together in your Alcoholics
and
Anonymous
we
group.
will. We
to
will.
talk about it.
We will. You get mango right away.
Oh.
You get a hoppy quality from the IPA.
Great.
And then you get a slight burn from the jalapeno on the way down.
Must be nice.
Enough that you're like, I need to grab my cold beer and take another sip. And the process just continues to repeat.
I had a friend, shout out Sham, who went to the brewery at noon.
That's dumb.
and didn't get one.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the post. It clearly says...
I don't care what it said. I read it too. If I got it, I'd be fine. I didn't, and I'm mad.
Very mad.
Thank you.
Very mad.
You talked to... I did Hot Fuzz. That came out. Drink it. It's delicious. Kilter, how are you gonna... Oh, right. Yeah, it's coming back. And so, Kilter, welcome back to the good graces of my heart. Hopefully you have enough that I can get one. But ideally, listen, Kilter, if anyone out there has dabbled in the Belching Beaver and the Mexican chocolate stout,
This is a spicy Mexican.
this is a spicy Mexican chocolate stout.
Yeah, it is.
This, from my recollection from when I had it a couple years ago, is up there with that. Remember that mango jalapeno sour I brought here that one time that tasted like jalapenos?
Yeah.
If you look on their IG some days, you can literally see them dumping the chilies into the vat.
Yeah.
It is
Cool.
awesome, and it's coming out, I believe, Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Tomorrow.
If you're listening to this, should have got it yesterday, idiots. All right, and on top of that, Kilter's got Fog Machine. That's coming back with one of the cooler IG posts I've seen in a while. That was one hell of a picture.
different hops because they put different hops into each batch.
Oh, okay, now I'm getting that. I did not know that. And finally,
That'll be a weapon, by the way.
Torque has released Rabbit Punch. This is a black IPA. I've had that too. That was an experience.
Black IPAs are different.
It was a stout and an IPA together, it felt like.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea, but worth a try. Like, it's
You give away
very
free
different.
hats with that shit, right?
Do they?
If you get a flat.
If you get a flat of it.
Yeah.
Oh. Listen, if you can drink a flat of a Rabbit or black IPA, fucking good for you. You deserve more than a hat. Okay? But that is about... I think... Did I miss anything?
I don't think
It's been
so.
a couple weeks.
That's pretty bang on, buddy.
The Q had a box of chocolates as well. Pat, back to you at the main desk.
In the
Thank you, Jordan.
studio.
Now, before we hit pause and go for a pee, just a
yourself
quick little shout out to our accountant Sham. Our friend Shamil he has already begun growing a sick handlebar mustache for November, along with
He
two
gets
of
a
his
5
friends.
o'clock mustache at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, he's a hairy son bitch. Shamil will be growing out of with two of his buddies growing out mustaches for Movember. They have a Movember account. We will link that to our Instagram bio, and we encourage you to. We're
Note
gonna
to self. Figure out
you're
how
gonna
to link that
I'll
to
show you.
an Instagram bio.
And we encourage you to donate to the cause because it's for a great cause. And honestly, it's a wicked mustache. Just must say.
And I will not be growing a mustache.
Me neither. I got a beard. That's what real men wear. Shamil, shout out and keep up the good work of growing that mustache. And when we come back, we will be doing some wet breads and the rocket ships.
Oh, Michael, this is going to be fun to watch.
We're back. Oh.
Everybody has urinated.
Yes, we have. That is.
I've
true.
opened my beer early, as is tradition, because I am a forgetful
Jordan
bastard.
hates the show.
I do.
All right,
Fuck
so
So
we're
does
back.
IPA smell like a Belgian beer? This is amazing.
Yeah, because you can smell.
Because
it.
fucking Little Brown Jug, for all the shit we jokingly talk about them, makes really good beers.
Yeah.
1919, ever heard of it?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Here we are. Wet breads and rocket ships. I think we might see a little something heavier that we talk about today on Wet Breads and Rocket Ships just because they had their major pay-per-view.
Who did?
A-dubs.
Hey, Dub. Oh, yeah, watch it.
Yeah, we watched. Like, you know what? Me and Matt have talked about this. Like, we paid for it.
It's weird.
Do you pay, like pay-per-view or Fight TV?
Bleacher Report Live.
Okay, yeah, one of the many options.
Yeah. So it's like, it makes you think like you're watching it. It's like, I paid $50 for it.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I'm like, is this worth $50?
But here's the thing, and I thought about this a lot after you left, because all amped up from the pay-per-view, couldn't fall asleep right away.
Rock hard.
I mean, my pecs, yeah, maybe.
Needed. Oh, wow. Sup.
Sup. I work out. I think the WWE Network has actually,
How many W's were there in that?
there was only two,
Dub.
has actually pulled people away from pay-per-view, because now you can watch all the WWE pay-per-views for $14 a month.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're pretty much paying $14 for a pay-per-view. That's what you're
Basically,
paying for.
yeah.
The other content, whatever.
Basically, what they did was they took away the fluctuations in their pay-per-view buys
Yeah.
and looked and built their business off a sustainable revenue model. But that's a good,
Which
like,
is better
it's smart, yeah, because what
because
they're
they're
doing
public now.
is they're baselining with that.
Yeah.
So they're baselining with that, and they're using TV deals and merch and other shit to pump. Which
Apparently, they
is,
still have pay-per-view numbers. Like, people are still paying pay-per-view.
of course. But I'm saying, like, if you
WrestleMania
can,
did like
but
quite a few
if you
buys
can
this year.
do any subscription
Last year.
model,
Last year.
is a great way to be able to project future
Yeah.
business practices because
Yeah.
it's a stable income.
Yeah.
Mostly stable.
I'd be curious, and I didn't look it up because I don't think the numbers are out anyways. But I'd be curious to know what the buys were on AEW.
Yeah, because that's one of their major ones, right? I mean, they only do, what, 4?
4 or 5, I think.
So yeah, that you gotta pop that number. And I think, like, right now, they're in a pandemic. They're funded by a billionaire.
Yeah, the cons.
They'll be fine.
Yeah,
like,
they'll
and they're
be-
not paying rent on any stadium.
No wrestling promotion. I don't know who owns TNA.
Sure, they're
but
nice people. You don't
AEW
have
and
to call them
WWE are
cons.
doing just
Sure, they do
fine.
legitimate business.
Is that a Star Trek reference?
No, that's a con artist reference.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
you could have done better there.
Does that replace my
it does.
Wee joke as worst
Yeah.
of the podcast?
Yeah.
Yes. the Schneid!
so-
We're only halfway through here.
Yeah, I
So
know.
we
We're
wanna
not even
s-
close.
Do you want to start with some wet breads?
Always.
You know why I'm fucked, though? People aren't listening to this segment.
How
so,
about rocket chips? We always start with rocket chips.
no, we start with wet breads, don't we?
I never remember.
I know. I feel like every week you're
Okay, we're
like,
gonna
we
start-
always start
We're
with
gonna
X.
start with rocket chips.
Yeah, let's start with the good and then go to the fun stuff.
Yeah. So,
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think this is what we do.
Okay, so should I begin?
I mean,
So rocket ship for me. I had a couple. Honorable mention to Carmella returning. I thought that was really well
Yeah,
done.
that was well done.
It helps out with the roster.
yeah, if you say so. I didn't watch it.
But she roll tide. She looked pretty good.
She's smoke.
I don't. She's not my cup of tea.
Oh right, Rhea Ripley, right?
Sup?
So up.
Paige?
Luna
Hey,
Sean Hot. Eh?
Big day. She benched 185.
Yes,
for
she
5
did.
reps.
And she's back in the title picture.
So anyways, so my rocket ship
Put a big future on her winning.
kind of
Huge future.
came out from left field. This one,
This is fun. Actually.
John Silver, aka number
Yeah.
4 from the Dark Order.
Number
he had
4!
he had a match with
5'6"
Orange Cassidy.
of Fury.
Yeah, baby.
The dude is tiny. He's super jacked.
Reminds me of Pac.
He is
Like a fun Pac.
Yeah.
he is funny.
Yep.
Doesn't take himself too seriously. Can work, and can work multiple styles. Like he's a strong dude.
Yeah.
And him in that match with Orange Cassidy, I think Orange Cassidy had a.
That's one of Orange Cassidy's better matches.
Oh yeah, and it was because it wasn't super serious. It was slightly funny.
Those two need a program ASAP.
Something, you know what?
ASAP.
And you know, you look at all those dudes in the Dark Order. There's a couple where you're like, ooh, you're just gonna be in the Dark Order, and that's it.
Yeah.
This guy is gonna leave the Dark Order and do some sort of comedy shtick, and give him the TNT title.
Could you imagine him and Pac in a match?
That would be fun to watch.
Cannot wait. I'm sure it's on. It has to be on the horizon. I hope it. I
even
can't.
as like a squash match? Like I'd pay.
No, I'd want to see them have a match.
a match.
Yeah.
As
As
opposed
opposed
to
to
a
a
match.
regular match.
No, it's a match of
I will
matches.
say though,
it's
so I'm
it's
sitting
two
next to
rings.
Pat, we're watching Full Gear, and this guy comes out and he's like, "Who is this guy?" I'm like, "You haven't seen John Silver wrestle?"
I had seen him, but it's
You
like I
had
never
seen
took
it,
him
but-
seriously.
But then he
Cameron
starts watching.
Grimes.
He's like, "This guy's great. This is so much fun," and that was arguably the most fun match.
Yeah, oh yeah.
On the card.
Yeah.
It was.
That was a shitty pour.
That was awful.
And
It's gonna overflow.
oh my god, Pat, come on, man,
Tight.
fucking champ. How long has that been in your fridge?
A couple days.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say that poured like it's been in there for
No, it's
4
all good.
weeks.
Orange Cassidy, those are the types of matches he should have, but I feel like he needs a guy like John Silver. Like John Silver, it was
I
awesome.
think it makes his Jericho stuff disappointing because
Yeah.
like Jericho has the ability
Well,
to.
they tried to turn him seriously because Jericho can't be too slapstick, right? And I felt like John Silver at one point he pulled out Orange Cassidy's pockets from his pants,
Yeah,
like,
that
ripped
was
them out,
funny.
and I was like, "That's hilarious!"
Yeah, it was
like I never would have thought to do that.
It was funny. There was numerous points
Instead
in
of
that
just
match.
not letting him put his hands in his pockets when he's doing it real
Just
slow.
ripped his pockets
You
out.
don't have pockets
Yeah.
anymore. So yeah, you know what? That's a very quick rocket ship. He was a bright light in what I thought in terms of finishes was a very disappointing Full Gear. The work rate was good. The finishes, I was not a fan of the finishes.
Yeah, my only disappointment in that match is I think Cassidy should have put his hands back in his pockets, but then shoved his hands too far down his pants. That was like what I was waiting for was him to do it and then just be up to his forearms and be like, God damn it, and then he gets mad. That's what I was mentally hoping for.
All right,
Yeah.
Jordan, your rocket ship.
Oh, my rocket ship is going to be quite simply. I'll give a quick honorable mention from Wednesday night, Eddie Kingston's promo with John Moxley.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was fantastic.
that was
The most passionate.
Very
that was-
passionate.
Yeah.
Fucking don't talk about Ruthie.
Yeah.
What you fucking talking about?
That'll be the best promo of the year.
Yeah, it was up there.
That had Kevin Owens undertones when he was in ROH.
Yes. Oh fuck, that guy need
Turn
Kevin
him
Owens
loose. He's
needs-
making too much money in WWE. That's why.
I
He's got to go
am.
to Disney World every weekend.
Hey, Disney World's a magical place.
Fucking loves Disney World. So my rocket ship of the week is going to be Omega and Hangman.
Which part?
The whole thing.
You're wrong then.
No, I love the start of the match where they came out and they did a hyper aggressive, very frantic tie up. I thought that was like
Yeah, that was.
smartly
I like
done.
that.
I thought the pacing of the match was fantastic, and I liked the finish. The whole match together. I think what you two are missing is this isn't done.
No, I agree.
It's not done.
Hey,
like
look,
this
here's my.
But here's
beef with
why I don't think it's done. I'm going to cut you
and
off.
I
I'm
can
gonna
tell
go
you
first.
why it's not done, because after the FTR match, you have Hangman hanging in the corner, and I thought for sure, I think we're building towards Hangman with FTR, and we're building.
Hangman. So everybody thinks Omega's going to be the heel.
No, but
I think they're throwing the sword. I think Hangman's, and I like that.
But are they twisting it? Because I think so. Here's what I'll just tie it up. I thought the match was awesome, and that was my favorite part of the pay-per-view. All encompassing was their little storyline woven throughout. The thing I thought was interesting is like at first, I know that none of us like the Young Bucks, but that place fucking popped when they won.
Oh, it did.
So
yeah.
so
They're
thing is
over. They're definitely
so
over.
the thing is I was like, I don't know. So now I'm confused just to tie it all together. It's like, where are the Young Bucks and Kenny going? Because if the Young Bucks can act like assholes and everyone loves them, and Kenny acts like an asshole and everyone loves them, now I'm like, at FTR are assholes and Hangman like just seems like right now he's just playing like the sad alcoholic guy.
FTR and Hangman are going to be real heels. I always go back to you saying the Young Sucks were a parody
Of wrestling, yeah.
I think Omega and the Young Bucks are going to be parodies of heels, and are not actually going to be heels. They're going to be guys who do heel stuff, but are over enough that people still
I
like
feel like
them.
I ruined the Young Bucks for us when I pointed that out.
No, the Young Bucks ruined themselves when they walked out the curtain.
No, I know they suck, but my point is like we blissfully thought they sucked, and I feel like now every time they do anything, we're like, oh, here we go, parody. Like it's almost like we're too woke to it now. I almost want to go back.
no,
but at
Someone
the
needs to
same
like
time-
Men in Black my eyes.
Can
But
I go back to the finish
won't
of
remember
the Kenny and Hangman? Look, I was with you up until the finish. That was a
the
great
Flash
match.
finish, I didn't really.
The problem I
care for.
have with the finish is that it was clean.
Yeah,
But you know why I have a problem with that? Because now if you're looking at that, okay, Kenny's above Hangman.
Yeah.
See you later, Hangman. You don't need to see him anymore.
but what if down the road Hangman comes back and beats him?
But when's that down the road? Like Wednesday?
No, all in.
No.
They
That's
do
too long- that's too far away.
long. They do long-term storytelling. You can't tell me that
you're-
those
do
two
you think,
feuding.
Do you think Kenny's gonna beat Moxley?
No.
Then what was the point of all this?
You know why
We'll
Kenny's
see.
not going to beat Moxley?
And I hope he does. Oh, no. Check that. I hope he does. I hope he does beat fucking Moxley, because I hope then Hangman stomps through everybody. Big
don't-
redemption tour, and that's your match for Revolution or All In. It's
I
a
don't
big
think-
Adam and Hangman.
Kenny beats Moxley because I think Hangman cost him the match.
See that? I would love that
But I
because
don't
it
see.
keeps.
But I don't see the story going there because it was almost like when the Young Bucks won the tag titles, Kenny came out to see them, and you could see Hangman in the tunnel.
Yeah, because
he still
that's-
wants to be with the elite.
So
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
If he
He's
wanted
not
to be
going
with the
to.
elite, he would have.
You have the Young Bucks as champion. The Young Bucks, and what if Kenny beats Moxley?
Yeah,
now you
that
have
would make
all
sense.
three of them tag team all together,
draped in gold.
draped in gold, and then you have FTR, and you have Hangman pissed, and that is your take. It's not over. You can't. If it was over, we wouldn't have seen what we saw after the FTR match. That just tells me they're building
Not
longer.
I'm more curious to see where it goes because I have faith that AEW can do good storytelling and they have done it in the past. But this needs to be really good storytelling because you can lose what you've built with Hangman and with Kenny by just it being done for a little bit.
Because I think what they're doing with Hangman is they made him seem weak to allow him to lose. Like with the alcohol, with the losing his friends, with the indecision, they were setting him up to lose by being weak with Kenny being confident. And now I think we're going to see the rebuilding of Hangman and FTR.
And also that Hangman had to work to get to the final of that tournament.
And Kenny just breezed everybody.
And Kenny
Mostly.
Kenny for the most part, yeah, he
If you go by ring time,
Yeah, breezed him. But that's why I think if we're talking about like what's the thing on the pay-per-view I liked the most, it was all of the Kenny Hangman stuff
I
together.
have trouble disagreeing that match was not one of the two best matches on the card.
oh,
Yes.
for sure. All right, Matt. Rocket ship.
Mathieu?
Okay, so I'm gonna give two. I'm gonna give WWE two shout outs on some honorable mentions. Reigns and Uzo.
Always.
Once again,
You don't have to mention
fantastic.
You have to stop mentioning.
I know, no, but I need to because
Hey, Matt.
Roman Reigns.
Hey, Matt. I hate you.
Roman Reigns got crapped on for so many years, and now he's doing this. And Jey Uso, Jimmy, Jay,
Fuck,
Who
I don't-
cares?
Stop
Jey
trying to
Uso
figure it
guy.
out.
We should call him Us Dos.
Hey!
Hey,
yeah.
they're just doing a masterful job. And if Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan start feuding, which is the rumor right now, just give me that 7 days a week.
I mean,
Twice
we all
on
know how
Sunday.
that ends, but sure.
Sunday.
Roman just beats him, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
guys,
but Daniel
but
Bryan
Daniel
did his
Bryan
last
is
run. He's putting guys over until he leaves.
Daniel Bryan
Yeah.
is one of the best losers in wrestling.
That guy screams producer, doesn't he? Daniel Bryan?
Nice screams he's going to go home and grow kale in his backyard.
Yeah, but like I don't see him leaving wrestling
best kid ever.
entirely.
I see him.
Yeah, I see him disappearing.
Yeah,
Well,
he's going to be done. He
How
doesn't
much?
care.
Okay, but just to be honest, like how much does Nikki or whatever make from Total Bellas?
More-
Enough?
They
as
do,
much as
they
he
do a
did.
podcast now, too, and I'm sure that's making bank, too.
I just can't see Daniel. Okay, yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
My other
Not
honorable
worth arguing
mention,
over.
the Firefly Funhouse was fantastic this
Again,
week.
it's one of those things you don't even have to mention anymore.
Creeped me out to no end. Those are the two best things in WWE right now. The Fiend and Alexa, and then Roman and the Usos.
Anybody else love how Matt says WWE? WWE.
Well, you just said ozones, so I'm not really sure. Quickly, okay, maybe this. Okay, I'll let you say your rocket ship before I ask the question.
My rocket ship is from Full Gear. Jordan's gonna disagree with me, and let me finish.
Yeah, I will.
You're gonna let me finish.
I like how he's.
and then you're gonna.
If he's
and then
saying
you
this
can go.
before, that means we're gonna have a big disagreement.
Just don't
The
go
I Quit
slam
match was phenomenal. I thought John Moxley. I don't even remember Dean Ambrose at this point. John Moxley's the real
Oh,
deal.
I remember Dean Ambrose.
Fucking stop.
John Moxley is the real deal. John Moxley can wrestle any style match. He's believable against any style of opponent. Eddie Kingston, this is it.
This is it.
All he
now
can do.
now he's essentially going to be a manager, I think.
He'll be a special attraction guy. They'll do like 3-on-3 tag matches, and he'll
He's
be
got
in
Didn't
there.
this all come from a panic with Archer, anyways? Like, didn't all this really happen because of the COVID diagnosis?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
was this big scramble from the beginning that they just
got
put
him a
some
job.
wings on.
Got him a job too.
Got him
Yeah.
a job, and I think he's now going to be a mainstream wrestler for a few years, but not a wrestler. I think he's going to be
Guy
more
can
of a-
talk. Guy can tell a story. Guy has attitude. In the ring, pretty limited, but you can with
I
those
think
three
they
things.
just
you
need
can
to
get
surround
past
him with better talent. Like, I don't think Phoenix and Pentagon and the Blade
But
and the
those
Butcher
guys
are-
can't talk.
Yeah, but I don't think they're not worthy of what he can do. Like, I don't think those
But can
guys
he
are going to
springboard
step
them two more?
Phoenix.
Yes,
and,
but I
Phoenix
think you.
and,
But
the
I
other
think
one
you can. If you're gonna put his rocket boosters on something, give him a better ship, and those four aren't the guys who I would strap him to.
Yeah, and I don't think that person is on TV in AEW consistently yet. I think there's going to be a guy that's going to come along. They're going to be like, that's an Eddie Kingston guy,
Yeah.
and that's where it's going to be. The match itself was brutal. It was at times hard to watch because of the brutality, and I think it told a story. It was
The
just
finish
a really
was
good.
gross.
The finish was gross, but it also went back to where he choked him out.
Yeah, it's true.
He's like, I can't choke him out again because then he can't say I quit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make him say I quit before I choke him out.
I didn't hate the match. But even before it happened, I felt like it was extremely predictable, and I felt like it was kind of cheap. I felt like the match was like, hey, we're just gonna do some hardcore ass shit because that's all really Eddie can do.
And Moxley loves that shit though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it was one of those matches where it's like you just had a card I thought that had like the Darby match and like a ton of emotion there. And
that was almost my rocket ship.
You had some weaving, and you had the MJF match, which again had some like some interesting stuff in it. And then
Jericho's continuously disappointing me with his match quality lately. He's being 50 now.
Well, no, listen, Jericho is old. Like, he shouldn't be doing matches.
Happy birthday, Chris Jericho, 50 years old.
Yeah, I mean, while we bury him for his no, but like he shouldn't. He really. I think Chris is like. You can see his limitations, especially when you watch him when he was younger.
Yeah.
Like, you're really seeing his limitations out loud.
He was one of the 5 best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah,
He's very.
but
slow.
time catches up
prime.
to everyone. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You know,
and
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
But that's my rocket ship, and I thought that was going to get more contentious.
No, you know what? I agree with what you said. I just thought like I thought the rest of the card was very like Darby and Cody. You didn't know who was gonna win. I thought Adam and Kenny. Like, I didn't really have a clue. You know, and I thought that was a match where you're like, I know who's gonna win. I know they're gonna do some hardcore shit, and we're gonna get some cool guests on Twitter. I thought it was very predictable.
I don't think Moxley loses the title for another.
He held it for a long time.
I think another 6 months.
It makes me sick.
He's
so
a legitimate-
He's so fucking predictable.
Is he? though?
You're fucking
He
predictable.
walks out from the crowd. His promos take fucking forever, and it's always him being very. You think that I'm from Cincinnati, and like I don't
couldn't
find
disagree with you
him. I
more.
don't find it intriguing at all.
You disgust me.
I don't find him intriguing.
Let's go to
at
wet breads before
all.
I.
All right, I'll jump in on the wet
John
bread.
Moxley,
Paradigm shift.
John Moxley, wet bread.
I went with two comedic answers this week. I went with John Silver for my rocket ship because I really enjoyed him. For me, the wet bread of the week.
This is another one.
There was something that they're talking about needs to be recounted this week, and right now we're not talking about the election. What needs to be recounted? Darby Allin, 175 pounds, is the most ludicrous goddamn thing I've ever heard in my life. Look, you look at that guy come out. There's no way that guy's 175 pounds.
No,
That guy sneezes and his feet come off the ground.
Like he is. There's no fat on that guy. He's like 5'6", 5'7",
Cody's 6'1".
and he towered
And
over
his
him.
finishing move is a coffin drop and a pin.
Yeah,
The coffin drop's pretty cool.
it is.
Yeah,
pretty
but it's a pin.
cool. I'm not taking anything away from Darby Allin.
I'll
He had
take
a
a lot
great
away
match.
from
He
Darby
deserves to have a title, but the dude is tiny.
And he's over.
And for him, for them to say to my face after I pay $50 for a pay-per-view that man is 175 pounds.
That's true, that's good.
Is the most ludicrous goddamn thing. Everything. Just tell me he's under 45 pounds. That's all you have to do.
Honestly, I think that would make him more believable.
Rey Mysterio's like 5'4".
He's 155 pounds, Rey Mysterio, and he's a legitimate 155
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah, if Darby's 155, then
Look, if we're gonna do this-
I'm 180. Yeah.
He's 175.
They announced him at 175. If you want to
Oh,
be
sorry, yeah.
If you want to
No,
be
sorry, no, I
175
meant to say that. I don't think Darby's 155.
Yeah, if you want Darby to be 175, go to the WWE warehouse, dig up some Ica Pro, feed it to him for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then we'll talk. But right now, the dude weighs half of me.
Either that guy doesn't eat or he has a metabolism we need to steal and weaponize from his body
Right?
for the greater good of the human race.
So yeah, you know, hey, props to him. Won that match, great match. Cody has continuously proven me wrong. I thought this was going to be the Cody show. They gave him the title, and I forever will say Cody Rhodes will put guys over to no end.
By the way, do you think now
Cody
that,
Rhodes,
now,
baby.
do you think now that Cody is Cody Rhodes, he challenges for the AEW championship again?
He's a different person. He's a different person.
He's already said he will not.
Takes him out of the picture. It makes you stop listening for that storyline,
Yeah.
which is good, I think.
I think everybody wants that to come. I'd rather see him. Honestly, I would be okay with him and Brody Lee going at it again.
I don't think he needs a belt.
No, him and Brody Lee could have a long-term story. And
I
they
would like
good.
to see them revisit him against Ty Dillinger
That's another good one.
or Sean Spears.
I think they'd be cool to see in the tag team division.
yeah, something like that, right?
Oh, he's looking for a tag partner.
I think it'd be
Maybe he
interesting.
joins the Nightmare family.
Because I
No,
think
they got
I wonder if
7,000 guys in that.
they
arena.
need
no,
to get rid
I'm
of.
going the other way. I would love to see Cody go heel off this and go, hey, like, go Rocky. I got all this stuff weighing me down. I got all you guys weighing me down.
Just bring your wife with you. Goddamn. Hit me with your wet bread.
I got 2 wet breads this week.
No, you can only have one.
You
No,
can
I have 2.
I'll allow
I
you
have
to have
two.
two.
I'm the host. You can only have one.
I'm
No,
the
I have two.
co-host. I'm going to allow
So
you to have two.
this
Overruled.
this week had the most egregious picture-in-picture moment I have ever seen. I was furious about it all week.
Why do they continue to do
All
this?
week, okay? So I'm watching the main event, right? And you got the battle going on, like they're going back at it, back and forth, trading blows, right? Bam, one, bam, the other. They're going back and forth nonstop, right? So then, as we're watching this battle, right, these two titans going at it, right, back and
You're
forth,
talking AEW
back
here,
and
right?
forth. Yeah, like I'm talking about like this week's, like, and they're going at it, and then we go to commercial, right? Just when it's really reaching the thick of it,
So
and
bad.
they're counting ballots, right? And it's so frustrating because all you see is like ballot counting in the box, right?
Oh.
And in picture you got commercials, but then in the thing they're counting ballots in Georgia and in Arizona, and you think like, okay, like, this match is going to be over. Like, maybe they're getting close. No. Now it's what day? Now it's Wednesday. And they're still counting fucking ballots.
I'll tell you right now, Georgia was on my mind all week.
So, picture in picture this week for the main event of the world, all-time worst. You can't find anything better to put in the picture in picture than empty ballot counting. Anyways, moving on. I had you guys going with the.
Yeah, you did. I was like, who is in the main event of
Yeah,
AEW?
and then I was like, ballots. Okay, so my actual number one thing, Shotzi Blackheart continues to befuddle my brain. Wet Bread got in a monster truck. Candice LeRae was in some. This was a big week for monster trucks, by the way. I watched it in Zombieland 2, and then it was in the Hardy thing, and then I think she was in one again. She got in
They
some
should
sort
have
of
just
big truck.
taken.
Wonderful.
Okay.
They should have just done Halloween Havoc and be like, hey, that's the top of the mountain. Let's just get
So
rid of her now.
here's where you continue to lose me with Shotzi Blackheart. First of all, she runs over Shotzi's tank. Okay? Now,
That's Candice LeRae did that.
Candice LeRae. So you run over Shotzi's tank, right? Not a person, not a dog, fucking tank. Okay? What do you expect a wrestler to do? Pat, you sit your fucking ass down.
Gotta pee.
No!
But he's gotta
You can't
pee.
leave in the middle of my segment.
I wanna hear
this
your
is
segment.
disrespectful. This is disrespectful because
I'm listening to every word.
yes, but you know what? I'm going to get up next time Pat does anything. No respect, okay? Matt, thank you for continuing to be here.
I have an adult-sized bladder, so
You have Shotzi, and someone runs over a tank, okay?
Yeah.
What do you expect as a wrestler would be her normal response? Would it be like anger, or what do you think? What's the response to someone running over a tank? A toy tank?
hitting her with a kendo stick.
Yes, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Something angry, something like, "Oh, I can't believe you did that!
You ran over
Candice.
my toy
You
tank."
son of a bitch!" No, Shotzi fucking cried over a remote control tank she drives to the ring. Her response,
Which I don't really get.
"You cried?" She cried like someone ran over her dog. It's a remote control tank. Your son would think that was cool.
Okay, what I missed?
Did you hear that whole
Yeah,
thing?
I did. Yeah.
Her reaction made no fucking sense.
Does that
She
surprise you?
cried.
Though? Does that surprise you though?
No, but she cried over a tank.
Somebody in NXT is like,
I'm exasperated with
Shotzi
seeing her on my
Blackheart
screen.
has championship potential. And there's a lot of other people who
You know how
probably
you-
don't have as much pull or as much stroke in NXT who are like, what? I mean, you're the boss, so okay, but what?
What? You know how you get rid of championship potential? By crying over a tank.
Yeah, I will say though, good to see Rhea coming back to where she belongs, soon to be the NXT
Okay,
champion
Matt, what's
again.
your
No, she is like okay. She's gonna lose to Io.
She should be in the title
She is
picture.
winning that at the next takeover.
She has
I'm
to.
telling you that. This is the
Because
redemption story.
I'm over Io Shirai.
I was over Io Shirai when Io Shirai became Io Shirai and showed me Io Shirai.
Jordan,
Yes.
I'm sorry that you feel that way about Io Shirai.
I'm sorry that someone's tank got ran over, and instead of being upset, you cried like a bitch.
Apology
You
accepted.
know what I think the next step for Shotzi Blackheart is?
Hopefully,
Raquel, what's her name?
Impact.
Impact's doing well. I wouldn't
I
wish
wouldn't
that.
put it-
Hopefully, I don't know, Ring of Honor.
That's a thing, yeah.
But Raquel Gonzalez?
Yeah.
I would like to see
Raquel squash the shit out of
Yeah.
her. Yeah, please.
make her a jobber.
Yeah. Shotzi is wet bread with green food coloring. That's what Shotzi
Nailed
is.
it.
Yeah.
Yuck.
All right, that's you. Take us home.
Okay, so honorable mention for my wet bread. These Lars Sullivan promos need to stop.
I think Lars Sullivan is just
Aren't they extra creepy knowing what you know?
Yeah, big time.
Isn't
Big time.
Isn't
all
that
of
the
it.
worst part?
I
like
was
knowing
bullied,
what we
and
know.
then I squashed him, and then I was
sure
never bullied
did.
again.
Sure did. Were you jerking off on a message board?
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? We have an E.
He did do that.
Yeah, he did it.
okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
that's
anything
okay.
out of turn.
Okay. I just don't believe him. I don't care. I just don't want him on my TV anymore. Somebody in the office is like, and I know it's Vince. It's like, he's a big bastard. Let's put him
And you know
on
what
there.
the thing was? Even if they didn't know what I knew about him and what happened,
I don't think he's believable.
No, he's so shitty.
Yeah, I don't think
He's
he's
just
believable.
not good. Even
Especially because you know he's an insecure bitch.
like even
Like in real life, he's
It's-
an insecure bitch.
Like even when he was on NXT, I was like, at first time I was like, "Oh, what a big bastard!" And then like 30 seconds into whatever match he was doing, I was like, "Okay, I'm done."
I
I've
think
seen
the
enough.
big ugly bastard thing is played out in wrestling. I don't think there's a spot like unless you're going Abaddon, which is like, thank God she got hurt. Like no offense, but my heart
She
couldn't
was in
handle it.
line, for
Oh,
some major TV
I
time.
know, and then she got hurt, and I was gonna send you guys a message, be like, "Oh, this is terrible. You hate to see it."
Think of the 3 top baby faces in WWE right now. Is Lars Sullivan,
Gonna challenge any of them?
is he going to be able to beat any of them?
No.
He's not ever going to be bigger than
I haven't.
Roman,
Yeah.
Drew, and who are we saying?
Roman's a heel.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So
He's
Drew
huge,
McIntyre.
Up for debate.
Yeah.
The Fiend.
Drew McIntyre, The Fiend, or, I don't know, Daniel Bryan even.
Fuck, I don't think.
Big E.
I don't think
he's better than
I don't
Big E.
think
No.
they'd let Lars beat Finn.
No, hell no. I don't want him to beat Finn.
No, I don't think they'd let him beat Finn. I think Finn would be like.
You know, what, at the end of the day, I just want him to screw up one more time. And then
By
he's
the
gone.
way, woke Twitter, woke wrestling Twitter. How bad of a look would be if Lars Sullivan beat Finn, considering what Finn champions?
yeah, wouldn't
Yeah.
look good.
Okay, Bob.
That's the thing.
That's
But that's the problem. There's
My
more
face just
issues
was
with
like,
that
oh,
guy
God.
than they're worth. Like anytime he beats anybody, you have to think, how is this going to look?
Yeah.
Isn't that, and that's exhausting, right? Like that's like most sport, like a lot of pro
But
sports
Vince is
teams.
so unwoke that he doesn't
Oh, yeah.
even think
This
of that
is
shit.
why I wanted to bring this up. This isn't even my wet bread, but this is why I wanted to bring
what's
it up.
your wet
'cause
bread? Tell us
I
your
just
wet bread.
hate Sullivan.
What's your wet
Oh, that
bread?
wasn't even your rep,
No, that's
Fuck,
not-
did
that's not
we-
what
did
I
you
meant.
all uncork?
This could be like a 3-hour episode. What the hell's your
Okay,
wet bread?
Dad uncorked
my
the
wet bread-
barrels
this
with us.
this will be short, just because
Oh, it's gonna have to be now.
Yeah.
I think we're all over it. Just the whole Murphy, Mysterio, and Rollins angle. Unless this is leading to
Don't watch it.
Aaliyah joining the Messiah kind of gimmick, and Rollins starting to bring in followers.
Are you trying to say she's going to be the
Quotations?
Virgin Mary?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
What's up?
It wiggled a bit. When I thought that.
Yeah. Like,
Not because of her, but just
I
because of how
think there's
good
a
of an
way.
idea
I
that
think there's
was.
a way you can weave this and make it interesting. I just think it's gone on for so long now. The other way I think you can make it interesting is if Dominic joins Seth,
That's not going to happen.
but I don't see it
That
happening.
dude's way big babyface
Yeah.
through and through.
Yeah, I like. You know what the problem is though? Like, I don't know
I'm just
where
over it at this
because
point.
if they go that way with the Virgin Mary thing, I think like if she was like Stockholm syndroming Seth, that's one thing.
Yeah.
I don't see how it fits with Buddy.
No.
No, I don't either.
No,
I still think we're moving into a wrestling wedding type deal.
Are you? Because I feel like we're going. You know, when we're suddenly entering.
Oh, and Seth Rollins presides over it.
Can I tell you though? Like, you know, sometimes you have like those TV shows like where suddenly it's season 3 of a show and you can tell that the guys didn't really think it was going to go past season 1.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like we're at with this.
I think they
angle.
got to
That's my
Dominic
big-
Mysterio like, yeah, this would be cool.
Yeah,
for a
they're
little
like,
bit. And
okay,
they're
now-
oh shit, he's kind of good. Let's keep
Yeah,
this going.
now
And
your
they're like,
sister's
ooh.
gonna make out with Murphy. What else would be scandalous? Okay, Mysterio's gonna have an affair on his wife, but then his wife's gonna have an affair. Like, it's gonna get
Yeah.
to the point where it's
Yeah.
like it's like
It's gonna be
Suits.
bad soap
It's like
soap
it's like
opera.
the end of the.
Oh yeah, Suits. Suits doesn't
Yeah,
exist
by
after
the end of
season 4.
Suits, you're like, who's fucked who, and why does this lawyer hate this? Like, you don't even. You
Yeah.
need like a fucking
100%.
map.
And that's kind of. I was watching it on Friday. I had it on the
Exhaustively,
background
I'm
during trivia night, so I beat you while I was watching SmackDown FYI. And
Under protest.
Humble brag.
I was just like, how is this still going on? How is this occupying 20 minutes of a 2-hour show?
Because 3 hour. Oh, 2 hour. Yeah.
2 hour.
Yeah, SmackDown.
I'll tell
It
you to
was
have
just-
faith in the process, but we fucking know better.
Yeah,
This
it's
is why I don't watch
This is
SmackDown
not
or
good.
Raw. It's terrible.
Yeah. So hey, that was a lively little wet bread and rocket ship. When we come back, buckle up, boys. We're going way back to the year of Pat's birth. When we come back, Survivor Series 1990.
This is dangerous, JR. This is real dangerous.
All right, boys. An extra long episode of Bros, Bumps, and Beers. It looks like we're going now. We're going to set a new record
I'm getting sleepy.
for length.
You don't know that? You don't know that?
Finally, I set
We're
a
gonna
record,
set a record for length?
Finally.
It's a
Yes!
This is a 6-match card we're about to cover.
There's lots to break down here.
There's like 900 guys.
So we are going to do a retro review of Survivor Series 1990. At this time, Pat was what month was this in?
November.
I was
I
yet
was
to be born.
I was just born, fresh out of the womb.
You were like 5 months old.
Matt had decided that he was going to be the best Big Brother of all time. Failed miserably later on in life, but he was doing well at this point.
What a shit!
That's bullshit.
And Jordan was a little sperm in his dad's bag.
But a twinkle in my father's eye, I say.
So, yeah, Matt, how about you do us a favor and you dial it up, dumbass?
Thank you, Pat. Survivor Series 1990 was November 22nd, 1990, from the Hartford Civic Center.
Civic Center.
Yeah.
Damn
it! That was in Hartford, Connecticut. And there was 16,000 fans even.
Even? Wow, good for them.
Now,
Smart ticket sales.
This is when they were still doing it on Thanksgiving night.
Nice.
So,
It was in Hartford. It was in Connecticut, so Vince probably drove to the show.
Well, yeah, that's
He
what
didn't drive anywhere. He got driven.
all the Survivor
1990?
Series, all the early Survivor Series, they would do within the because
he wanted to be home for Thanksgiving?
because they'd be home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's very nice. Very family friendly.
Apparently,
You don't give a fuck about the talent, but Vince
apparently
got to be home.
He'll be
catering,
home.
apparently catering for these shows because it was Thanksgiving and that's Vince's favorite holiday. Catering was unbelievable.
Well, that's legit.
You know what? I gave thanks at this watching this pay-per-view because I got to listen to Roddy Piper and Gorilla Monsoon on commentary.
Were they good or were they good?
They were fantastic. Roddy Piper
Unbelievable.
underrated on commentary.
Oh yeah. Did you also notice? So the opening of this, very classic. Like,
Oh yeah, you
lady-
watch the openings. Yeah, I don't watch openings.
You didn't notice the opening where they showed Demolition in the what are those masks called from
S&M.
S&M?
Yeah.
The not Gilly.
Gimp.
Gimp masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had them all in Gimp masks.
Oh, yeah.
What the heck?
I mean, sounds like a Tuesday.
Yeah, so like if you don't know,
Wait, what? Excuse me. Hold on. Jordan just said it sounds like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that's
what they
tomorrow.
were to me.
I'd like pictures.
Yeah. No, you subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Wow.
Ooh.
So
I just found out what that was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, sure he did.
so-
Me too.
you're so wholesome, Matt. So yeah, if you don't know Survivor Series format, back in the day they took it very seriously. Every match was a Survivor Series styles match, so it was 4-on-4 elimination. Last man or last people on each team standing wins the match. This was in 1990, so they had a very special stipulation for this, and it was whoever was left over in each match would compete in a. It was so weird that they decided that it would be the bad guys against the good guys in the grand finale.
Well, yeah, because everybody knows that the bad guys and the good guys
Yeah.
don't like each other.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's what they went with. This was, Matt, a card dripping wet in nostalgia.
You know what else it was dripping wet in?
What's that?
Uh-oh.
Ike Pro.
Ica Pro.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
So, I mean, like, I watched this. It was just over 3 hours, correct?
About 3 hours.
It flew by.
Yeah, it's fast.
I love. You know what? The match quality wasn't always there, but damn, there was so many good, like, old timers.
The
in there.
longest match is almost 18 minutes
It
long.
kept your attention. There was some cool little moments in wrestling history that we're gonna touch.
Cool little moments. There's one of the most important moments.
Yeah, the
in wrestling.
Gobbledygooker makes his debut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
sure.
have match number 1. Let's kick it off. We have the perfect team, which is Demolition at this time, which is
I
Axe.
also love that they have names for all the teams.
I know. So the perfect team, which is Demolition at this time, was Axe, Smash, and Crush, with Mr. Perfect, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, against the team of the Warriors, which was the Texas Tornado. He really carried himself on one foot.
Oh no.
The Legion of Doom.
Come out and
Which was interesting because Demolition and Legion of Doom was supposed to be the big payoff there, and the Ultimate Warrior. So, what would make this match better, Matt? Before it happens, we get an Ultimate Warrior promo.
Because the powers above the earth and the warriors, and I get the power from the warriors and the power from the mountain.
Look, Matt. The most important part of that promo is
Okay.
the Ultimate Warrior owns a force field, and he used it on every member of his team.
I'd also like to say this was sponsored by Ica Pro, but it was also sponsored by cocaine.
Look, here's the deal, Matt.
Because
cocaine.
I saw a tweet this week that said, you know what, promos in wrestling. Wow.
Whoa.
What's up, baby?
Good
You know what
open-
promo-
Oh, hey, nice water you got there.
Stay hydrated.
You know what promos in wrestling are missing right now? Cocaine.
Yeah.
Because my goodness, these guys,
Seth Rollins on cocaine would be unreal.
unbelievable.
And I actually, watching this pay-per-view, Matt, I actually have figured out Ica Pro didn't go out of business. They just ran out.
Yeah, 'cause-
All these guys were like, I'm gonna chew his gum. I'm gonna put it up my butt. I'm gonna eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So let's just go through the guys in this match. LOD, both on Ica Pro.
You know, Matt, believe it or not, this match probably had the least amount of Ica Pro of the first two matches.
The Warriors were all on Ica Pro.
That's true, yeah, yeah.
But then the other side, they probably
Mr.
weren't.
Perfect was a little bit, probably.
No, Mr. Perfect apparently didn't even work out.
That's bullshit. He did. He's a liar.
That's what I heard.
Ica Pro actually doesn't help you with your cardio because the Ultimate Warrior ran to the ring and was like, okay, guys, I'm not starting this match because
Yeah.
he catch my breath for the first 5 minutes.
There was also 4 out of
Did
the
you
8
hear Joe Biden had the Ultimate Warriors meeting?
That was amazing. I watched it. I'm like, please let. You know what? I'm not even gonna look at any other clip. I want this to be real.
Also, 4 of the 8 guys are from Minnesota.
Oh, that's a fun fact.
Minnesota.
Kurt Hennig, Barry Dorso, and both guys from LOD.
This is absolutely a punches and kicks clinic.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, that means
Only moveset they did was punches and kicks.
Other than Mr. Perfect.
You know what I couldn't get over watching this match?
How bad the Ultimate Warrior is?
Yeah, but also if you look at them, if the Texas Tornado could have figured out a way to get there before the Ultimate Warrior, Texas
would have been the Ultimate
He is the
Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
They're the same person.
He's one less foot and less face paint.
And he doesn't gas out when he goes to the ring.
Well,
He does a little bit.
during the match, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the match itself wasn't great. I mean, Animal gets disqualified. He didn't even do anything. It was really
No.
Hawk who hit the ref. Like, they kicked the ref.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason.
Hawk almost legitimately, like, breaks his shoulder off. Like, he posts himself through the turnbuckles so hard. Like, Hawk could take a shit kicking, but that's because he was on so many drugs, he probably didn't feel anything.
The
But
thing I love about these matches is so much shit goes on. Like, Bobby Heenan and the Warrior have, like, a whole thing in this. You
Oh,
can tell
man.
Bobby hated the Warrior.
hated him.
Hated him. He was a good sport for taking a
What do
bump.
you think, Jordan?
Oh, hold on, I'm back. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm chilling. Listen, you guys have fun. I'm gonna make sure the audio stays sexy. It's all gonna be good.
Yeah, like, you just...
If you want my opinion, just I'll sit up again.
Like,
Love you guys.
Thanks, Jordan. Bobby Heenan was a good sport for taking a bump from Warrior, even though he hated him. Like,
Oh,
let's go
yeah,
with
he
history.
was.
And then again, another piece of storytelling. Warrior becomes, if he wasn't a made man before, he was at the end of this because he kicks out of the perfect plex.
What?
Kicks
Yeah.
out of the perfect plex.
He kicks out perfect flex.
With no build or for a reason? Sorry, I should probably sit up.
With no build or for a reason?
Because he's the champ.
He was the champ at this time. You know what? You can
Hey,
shit.
Ultimate Warrior. Overrated. I'm just saying.
Look, you can say
No,
what,
big
like,
time
you can call him
overrated.
overrated. You can call him, but if you watch this shit, the Ultimate Warrior,
Why don't?
the Ultimate Warrior was fucking electric.
As a...
So is getting shocked after you rub your hair, but it doesn't mean it's like legit. It's not gonna power
But
anything.
okay, Jordan, you watch this as a...
Woke truther.
But let's say you're 8 years old
As
and
a
you're watching this pay-per-view. The
pretty
Ultimate
woke-
Warrior is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Pretty woke 8-year-old. You were 8?
No, the first time I saw this, I was probably...
Oh, right,
probably
because you
8.
didn't see it in 1990.
No, I didn't see
Okay, I
it
was
in
gonna
19... Unless my parents were terrible parents and at 3 years old, were like, here's a wrestling
Yeah,
pay-per-view,
here's
just
go,
watch it.
let's go to this closed circuit theater so you can watch this pay per view.
say. Is that how you'd have to?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, no.
With a bunch of weirdos.
So at the end of the day, there's only one survivor, and it is the Warrior. Go figure, the world champion.
What?
Shocked.
I am shocked.
I know, Matt, relax, okay? I know you're shocked. This is just the way it goes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Meltzer gives us 2.5 stars out of 5.
I'm going to full disclosure on you. Meltzer did a good job rating this card. I also gave it a 2.5.
You know what, Matt? Don't burn him at the stake because he did okay with me. Okay by me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he underrated a couple matches, honestly.
Yeah, a little bit.
I gave this one. He gave it a 2.5. I gave it a 2.6.
Oh,
I think it was a great way to start.
it was good.
Yeah, it was a nice way. To
This
start.
whole card is fun. And I wrote down this was a fun match.
There was nothing that was going to get lower than a 2. Actually, no, that might be a lie. I might have given a couple.
Yeah,
lower
I
than a
definitely gave one match under a 2.
Yeah, one is under a 2.
That's not good.
And then they go to the next match, and they keep up the fun, you know? They keep it going. They got the dream team with the son of a plumber as the captain, Death the Rhodes. Hot time! Let me tell you about a young boy who had a father who was a plumber, and he came up, and he was ready, and then he was like, hey, Coco Beware, you want to be my partner?
I rewatched the Hard Times promo today.
Oh, it's so good, eh?
Hard Times! I can't do it, but other people who lost their jobs, or whatever the fuck he said.
I've
But it was
slept
good.
at night, I'm poking beans.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
But
I'll
honestly-
reach out. I'm gonna put my hand on you at home. Gonna put my hand on you.
Honestly, though.
and I hold you.
Dusty Rhodes should have never worked.
No.
But he has charisma coming out of every orifice
You know
of his
what?
body.
That guy thought a dumbbell was a bell that didn't ring. That's what he saw.
You know what?
Yeah.
I see Dusty Rhodes with his shirt off, and I go, man, you're out of shape. Me, I say that. I say
But
that.
yet-
You are in better shape than Dusty Rhodes perpetually.
Yeah.
But yet, you watch Dusty Rhodes, he cuts a promo
Charisma, man.
out of the wazoo.
If the Ultimate Warrior could even, like, if Sweat gave you charisma and he could snort the sweat of Dusty Rhodes just to get a little bit of charisma from him,
Because he was snorting something.
he was doing something, yeah. So they were the Dream Team. It was Death of Rhodes against with Coco Beware, awful, and the Hart Foundation, greatest team all time, and they were up against the $1 Million Team, Ted DiBiase.
Who bought the best team? Money can buy.
Well, I mean, he bought one guy who was good. They had the Rhythm and Blues, which is Valentine, who hated being a part of that team
Yeah.
with the Honky Tonk Man, and the mystery
Wayne.
partner.
With Wayne.
The mystery partner. He came out and
Haunting.
moments.
Chilling.
The Undertaker, who at the time that this came out, they've changed the audio, was actually announced as Kane the Undertaker.
Yeah, they changed the audio, yeah.
So he came out, and it's one of those moments you just look around. Everyone in the crowd, which is why I loved early 90s wrestling, was terrified.
Because they were like, man, this guy's
He's dead.
he's dead. And then Roddy Piper, look at this ham hock!
Yeah, he just really sold him, and that you
Sold
don't.
him, man.
It's tough to see that now. You don't really see that a lot. Michael Cole does an okay job sometimes.
But then you watch him work, like just to fast forward a little bit, you watch him work and you're like, wow, he came a long way really quick. Because this was not what
No.
you came to expect.
And it was
from
just weird
Undertaker.
watching what's his name, Brother Love, walk him out there. That made no sense.
It did though a little bit.
If you want to watch something good on the network this week, The Mortician.
I know,
You
I
watched
have PVR.
Paul Bear. It's,
Yeah,
oh, chef's kiss. So good.
chef's kiss.
Yeah, so the sell job by Piper, the silence in the crowd. Just this match had three uses. One was to get Dusty against Ted DiBiase over a little bit.
Yeah,
Second, make Bret Hart the workhorse stud.
he was the star of this match. 100%.
No, he's not. It's the Undertaker through and through.
I don't
because
think
you
so.
did. This was the first time you saw him. And you didn't know what you were gonna get. He has that. He gives the first tombstone pile driver to Koki Beware really close to the ropes.
Yeah,
And he's like, "Oh shit!"
and also, how does he get counted out? Because that's how he gets eliminated. Because Greg Valentine was the legal man.
Look, Matt. If we're gonna take rules and we're gonna take some early '90s
Oh,
wrestling,
I'm sorry.
it's not gonna work.
Sorry.
So at the end of the day, so that's the only way they get Taker out. It was a good way to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Keeps him strong. So Brett kind of helps out and cleans out the whole team, and then you get Ted DiBiase as Brett to end it. Brett comes up short. Ted DiBiase, who was the biggest heel in wrestling at that point.
Could you imagine? I was watching this. I was like, could you imagine Ted DiBiase, Bret Hart in a long-term program?
Oh, they were just their timelines just didn't match up. And
Their
that's such a
timelines
shame.
didn't match up, but Ted DiBiase bumping around for Bret.
Oh man,
Oh,
I think that one of the biggest crimes in wrestling history was Ted DiBiase not becoming the world heavyweight champion in WWE.
never needed it.
I think
I think it would have put him over
yeah to the moon.
to the moon.
Yeah,
But
so this is a really good match. Meltzer gives it 3.5 stars out of 5. Matt, hit
that's
me up.
accurate. 3.5. Perfect.
I
The
get
work
three-
rate was solid. It was fun. It was just a good match.
Historical relevance and importance. I gave it a 3.8 out of 5.
3.8.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Pat, I can't argue with you.
You know what, Matt? Thank you.
Jordan,
Yep.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
If you had to pick
Yes.
Dusty Rhodes
Yep.
or Ted DiBiase,
Okay.
you get one of them, and the other one you have to erase from history. Who do you pick?
Wow.
Dusty Rose.
Wow.
Because Dusty gave us Cody.
Ooh.
Fuck you.
Well, I mean, like,
Do you like Goldust?
yeah.
There would be no Goldust.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Dusty.
No, he's keeping Dusty.
I'm keeping Dusty. That's what I said, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's what I said.
I think
Yeah,
I
I mean, I think
misunderstood
like
it.
Ted DiBiase was like good and all, but like first of all, he was the $1 Million Man wasn't even like his own gimmick. Like it was kind of it was Vince,
Yeah.
but the $1 Million Man was also like a TV show. It was like a Dallas,
Yeah.
right? So like I feel like Dusty like paved his own way, you know, gave us Cody, gave us Goldust, gave us Dustin, obviously. I actually think that's a no-brainer. I don't think that's like a hard decision.
And I'm not just asking you to get you involved.
No, it's okay. I'm
I was
pretty comfy right
I was
now.
legitimately
Kind of
thinking,
buzzing,
I was
honestly.
like-
I'm just
I
like
was-
chilling.
I was watching. I was watching this, and I was like, "Does Jordan appreciate Dusty Rhodes for what he is?"
No, I don't know, simply because like I didn't go back and watch like.
But you went back and watched Hard Times promo. Which
Yeah, like
says a
I
lot.
watch his promos because I think that's the most impressive part about him. I think if you going back to watch like old wrestling is like going back and playing GoldenEye on the N64. There's
so
a certain amount of classic awesomeness to it,
Yeah.
but if you compare it with what we have today, it's not. It just like
So
doesn't
much
hold up.
easier.
Just the fact that you know he had a basic idea of what he was going to say in that promo, and then was just like, yeah, just turn it on camera, let's go.
There's a gift to being able to do that. I'm not gonna say I'm Dusty Rhodes, but like there are elements of that in my life.
You know
like,
what?
Yeah, no, Jordan,
I'm
I
going to
agree.
one up you here.
Yeah,
We're all Dusty Rhodes.
yeah. Like there are times at work where someone's like, "Do you got this out?" I'm like, yeah, you gave me the bullet points, and I'll just gun on like it's. There's things I can't do, and there's things you can. And I think Dusty was one of those guys where like there's things he can't do, but one of the things he can do is talk. And
Yeah.
he can
Oh,
flow,
look,
and he can
I-
cut a
like,
promo, and
as
he can
it's-
bring things to his brain and out his mouth in a way that's very organic and very believable.
Now, Matt,
I
you
think
can
that's
correct me if I'm wrong. As teachers, I feel like we're all slightly.
Well,
wrestlers.
You're performers.
I feel
in a
like-
way.
Yeah, we
Oh
are.
shit!
We
I
are.
got 10 minutes left
Yeah.
to film this class. All right, I'm cutting a promo on something for 10
Well,
minutes.
it's very true. Like when I talk to like in my line of work, I talk to the people I work with. Like they're part performer. Like they're at the front of a class executing a class, right? And I think that's what Dusty. I think that's what's so much of what's lost in modern wrestling is like
That performance.
they don't
aspect.
have that. I don't think there's that guy in wrestling. Like some of them, AEW is bringing it back a little bit, but there's not that like transcendent star who will cross over to the mainstream all the time because they're too wrapped up in being PG or trying not to like. Right? I think they just gotta let guys be authentic because I think all people want in this world is authentic, whether you like them or not. Being authentic will get you viewers. So
And I think that's why you guys don't roll your eyes, but I think that's why John Cena, at this point, is the last. Excuse me. The
you have a
last,
tea stuck in your throat.
What?
You should have T, 2 T's,
I think John Cena is the last real
crossover star.
crossover.
For
lately.
now, I think
For now.
it's
For now.
gonna
There'll
come
be-
back.
there'll be
A
others.
fun little tidbit. Cody actually said that in 5 years he would like to stop wrestling and actually run for office in Georgia.
Could that? Okay, quick aside. Is he a Republican or a Democrat?
Probably Republican.
Oh God.
But yeah,
Hopefully he's a good- hopefully
after
he's a good
after a
Republican.
quick shower room promo.
Love the shower interview.
Oh, he's so good. We move on to the third match, which was the Visionaries, which is Rick Martel, Power and Glory with Slick Matt, Slick sighting.
Slick was there.
And guess what? He's managing the best tag team of the night, Power and Glory. You're a fucking idiot for picking him. I'm never gonna forgive you.
I blacked out. I don't even remember.
Yeah,
that
well, you
fight
should
night.
have. And sponsored by Ica Pro himself, the Warlord.
I love the Warlord.
Why? Because he can't put his arms down.
He can't put anything down.
God, he's terrible.
He can't even tie his own shoes. I don't know how he got his boots on.
God. And they were. I didn't write down the team name, Matt. What's the team
The
name?
Vipers.
The Vipers, which is Jake the Snake Roberts, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Disavow.
and the
Wow.
Bushwhackers.
No, and the Rockers.
No. Oh, the Rockers.
The
sorry.
Rockers.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Because thank God the Rockers are in this match.
Like all these guys walked out. I'm like, oh, okay, this is when everyone to go take a piss. This is terrible.
But the match wasn't that bad. Primarily because the Rockers were in it.
Again, I don't know how Ica Pro's not still going. I mean, I'm sure the Warlord could have kept him going.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
did he die?
No.
Oh, maybe not.
I don't think
but
he did.
Look at these freaking guys. They're about to blow out of their freaking skin. They're so jacked.
Yeah, Roma, Hercules,
Even
Warlord.
Rick Martel.
Snuka, Martel, and both Rockers. Shawn Michaels is huge.
The only one that didn't like was Jake, because Jake's like, I just did a bunch of crack and they just came out and wrestled.
Jake Roberts is like, I'm 6'8".
Oh, and
He's a
speaking of
huge man.
speaking of drugs, Jimmy Snuka is totally 100% stoned during this match.
He's out of his mind.
He looks terrible.
Yeah,
he looks
terrible.
awful.
terrible.
Like, and the Warlord can't even put his hands down. This was the first meh match of the night. Like, this is get out of your
I
seat.
really enjoyed this match.
Why? Because there was a Warlord bear hug?
There wasn't, but no. Here's the thing: Shawn Michaels and Rick Martel made this fun. Martel running away from Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake infusing his psychology of him not being able to see out of an eye.
Yeah.
Piper putting that over. And then Shawn Michaels bumping all over the effing place for everybody.
Yeah, good thing you censored that.
Effing.
You could say fucking.
We got an explicit.
Yeah, we got a knee.
Guys, I'm a teacher.
So am I.
I
Pat.
teach children, young children.
Say it.
Fuck, man.
Thanks, man.
This
Well,
match.
fuck you guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
okay,
we
there
go.
you go. This match was probably the least exciting out of all of them. And
Disagree.
the worst part is the worst team ever all survived.
I didn't understand.
Because you want because you'll see at the end you want the babyface to be outnumbered, right?
We want to be outnumbered, and I think this team made the most sense to outnumber them.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so they all survive, and then Meltzer gives it 3.25 out of 5. Matt, would you give it?
3.5. You're gonna crucify me for this, right?
You know what? I think it's one of those ones where it's like, yeah. I don't hate any of these ratings for these matches because they're so like,
90s WWE
yeah,
was so good.
like I give it a 2.1, but even
So
then
you
it
guys
was
thought that was like good? Actually, you know what? You've been pretty positive about this whole thing.
you know
Yes,
what?
okay.
A lot more than usual
This
when I
is in
listen to
this
these.
is in my top 10 of favorite pay-per-views of all.
Full disclosure.
Really? Damn,
We
okay.
wore this tape out from Windsor Video.
Can we do a retro review that's like in the 2000s next?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So I can partake.
The next one will be in the 2000s.
just do the research, man.
I have a
bitch,
lot. I
watch
got a
something.
lot of shit to
Man,
do. man.
90s wrestling, you gotta watch late 80s, early 90s
I
wrestling.
watched 11 football games, rugby,
Yeah.
soccer.
You could have cut 3 of them out and
no,
watched.
which one?
You could have
Don't say it. Shut up. Shut up.
uh,
I sweated that out.
Texas. I just can't
I
quit
literally
you.
know a guy on West Virginia.
So
it was
after
even
this,
more
after this
upsetting.
match, we get a super fun Hulk Hogan promo where he cuts a promo on Saddam Hussein for reasons.
I love the amount.
Oh,
Of,
man,
I
it's
love the amount of
absurdly
people
good.
who are in multiple matches again.
Well,
I looked on the thing. I was like, oh, like Hulk Hogan's in this twice.
There was an Ultimate Survivors
Yeah, that's
match.
what it is. The grand finale, they bring guys back. That's the whole.
Oh, that explains it.
yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So
That's a
match
great-
4
thank you.
is the Natural Disasters, which was Dino Bravo of Dark Side of the Ring fame,
And Ica Pro.
Ica Pro fame, and then Earthquake with a very
Is he wearing a diaper in this
That's
match?
terrible. I
He
can't.
must be wearing a diaper.
I can't. The guy looks like he's 55 all the time. Haku or a Meg.
Nick.
And the Barbarian. So big Ica Pro fans there. Earthquake likes catering. Against, I guess they're called the Hulkamaniacs.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan. Oh,
Jim Duggan.
Jesus Christ. And Tugboat, because a guy dressed as a sailor is hilarious.
Oh my
And
god.
the Boss Man, Big Boss Man.
But he's the medium-sized boss man at this point because he lost a ton of
That,
weight.
it begins and ends with fuck that Hogan pop, man.
Oh my god.
Just the place went crazy.
You know who got a huge pop and I feel like should never get a huge pop? Tugboat.
Yeah, but you know what though? Like, Kate, this is why.
He was the shock master.
But if you watch this is why wrestlers never want to quit.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that high of people exploding every time your music hits?
You know what? You say that. Let's go to Saturday. We're watching Full Gear. We're watching with Big Mike, our dad. And Jericho comes in. And there's only like 1,000
Were
fans.
you guys Dirty Mike and the boys?
Yeah.
We were.
Sup?
There's only like 1,000 fans there or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're all singing
Judas.
They're all singing Judas. They're all singing Jericho's entrance music. And my dad's like, how hard do you think that is
To leave that.
to leave that? And then I showed him,
It's a pretty
Did you guys see-
pretty woke take from Mike Gagne there.
and then I also showed him this weekend, The Rock versus Mankind on Raw.
Yeah.
It was like based on American politics
Yeah,
or whatever. But Austin's music
Yeah.
hits and the building literally shakes.
I feel like Austin's done the best of just walking away.
Yeah.
He'll come back for his pop every once in a while, but he doesn't need to be there.
I think
anymore.
Austin was slowly phasing. Like he knew after the neck. I
Yeah.
feel like he felt like he was on borrowed time. Someone who didn't do a great job of walking away was Ric Flair. That guy,
Well,
fucking
he still hasn't walked away.
No.
COVID? Pfft, I'm in a health risk? Pfft, whatever.
Yeah, I'll come back.
It's good. Just come motherfucking go
This
to the wheels
I
fall
think
off.
this whole match is just it shows how great this is a great era for intro music. It was so good. Every
Oh.
guy that came out was so good.
Yeah, the
And-
Boss Man's entrance music, I love it.
Dino Bravo, Matt, was he vanilla or was he misused?
Misused, I think. I think
Yeah.
he was a bit of a. I think he was too small.
Yeah, a little short, eh?
He was a little short for this era. Because, man, I feel like he had some charisma. He could have been that foreign heel that they needed.
Yeah.
But
Another question for you, Matt.
yeah.
Worst ring attire, Earthquake or Tugboat?
Tugboat's pants were about 3 inches
Can
too
the,
short.
can the answer be both?
Oh man, is it bad? And then Tugboat was like, you know what? My short pants, I don't like them. Hey, Earthquake, where do you get your singlets?
Yeah.
Because I would love one of those.
Nobody wants that.
I
same.
thought those guys were in a tag team.
They were eventually.
Okay, because I was
Which
going to
is
say they
funny.
have the exact same equipment.
No, but it's funny because
kind of
Earthquake's team is
equipment?
called the Natural Disasters, and later on they become a tag team called Natural Disasters. So yeah. So again, in Survivor Series fashion, lots of countouts, lots of DQs,
Yeah.
which gets us to Hulk Hogan being your lone survivor. Matt,
Shocker.
absolute shocker. Couldn't believe it.
What? Hulk Hogan survives in 1990.
I thought he was gonna be the first one out.
I thought, honestly, Dino Bravo was going to win this one.
You know, bravo. He did.
Yeah, he real dead.
How many guys are dead in this match? I feel like
Oh,
that is-
I don't want to talk about how many guys are dead on this card. It's not good.
a lot of guys are dead.
It's, I,
In this
I-
match alone, I think almost everybody's dead.
almost 50% of this card is dead.
That's fuck, man.
That's bad.
Yeah, Meltzer gives it 2 out of 5. I give it 2.4 out of 5.
I gave it a 2.5.
Good for you.
We're
Hey,
almost
Matt,
the same.
Matt, sup?
Sup.
All right. And
FYI, full disclosure, Jordan's taking a pee right now.
Jordan's a piece of shit. Texas sucks, and he shouldn't do it. And he's gonna listen to this later and be like, "I like Texas."
I was gonna be like, you guys should stop doing 1990s pay-per-views.
I don't have any time, but you watch 15 football games in a week.
Anyway, so going back
Anyway,
to...
so here we are. Anyways, we go to the 5th match.
Ow, Jordan, don't hit me.
I did not hit you. If I hit you, you wouldn't be speaking.
Wow.
Wow.
This
Hold on,
match-
before that, they
Guys, it's
clearly
27-27. Jets Patriots. What hit the over?
they go to a obvious another intermission, and the Macho King comes out and cuts a promo for no reason.
Yeah. Just that's for strictly for VHS.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Very,
The next
very
match is the worst
unnecessary.
match on the card, but the second worst thing on the card because there's one more thing that's the worst.
Okay.
So this is I didn't even write the team.
The Alliance.
The Alliance, which is Nikolai Volkov
Yeah.
waving an American flag for some reason.
Because he saw the
Switch-
light.
Oh, did he? Against Tito Santana or
No,
Chico
he
Santana?
was with Tio
Yeah.
Santana.
Chico Santana, as the body would call him.
Ages super well.
Bushwhackers,
Oh boy.
boy, against
The Mercenaries.
Mercenaries, which was Sergeant Slaughter, the Orient Express, and some guy named Boris Zukov.
All with face paint.
Why?
I don't know, but the promo that Sergeant Slaughter cuts way too long.
Way too. Well, I think they were trying to wait for something to get ready. I don't know. Something was going on.
What?
I don't know. Just awfulness.
miracle.
It was brutal. I wrote it
Or
was brutal.
was the Ultimate Warrior still gassed in the back, and they're like,
I'm always surprised, like just how his gimmick was early on, that he even agreed to do this evil Saddam Hussein sympathizer gimmick.
he had white hot heat though.
Oh man, he was like they were threatening to kill him all
They
the time.
hated him.
And Piper really working the hate ankle on him.
Oh yeah.
Shit. There's USA chants for Nikolai and the Bushwhackers. One's a Soviet, the other ones are Kiwis. That doesn't make any sense.
None. And Tio Santana is
Underrated
a Kiwi.
Yeah, Kiwis are good.
Tito Santana though, flying forearm,
Great flying forearm.
probably should have been in the top 15 finishers.
You know
Man,
what-
was that good.
You know what bothered me about this match?
What?
The blatant empty seats on camera. Fill those seats, please.
What, they were going to the bathroom?
No, they were empty for the whole night.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah,
I didn't notice it.
The thing with these matches is not really much to talk about, like match-wise, like moveset and stuff. It's a lot of kicking, a lot of punching.
This match was kind of interesting though because they really put over Slaughter. It wasn't a good match because Slaughter's style doesn't really lend itself to this.
Sergeant Slaughter might be the most overrated person of all time.
Yeah, he's up there. But he's by himself against 4 guys from the Mercenaries. Okay, 2 of which are the Bushwhackers, who I don't think ever won a match. But
They licked a lot of people's heads.
oh yuck.
Super not COVID friendly.
But he ends up eliminating everybody
Yeah.
until Tito comes out and
He looks strong,
yep,
but he loses. Fans go home happy for this one
yes. But they also advance Sergeant Slaughter as a
as a mega heel.
white hot heel.
Yeah, and like Tito is your lone survivor, so that kind of evens out the grand finale a little bit. You have 3 faces on one side and 5, yeah, because
But it was a DQ finish, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, because that guy comes in and hits him with a flag.
So what did you give it? Meltzer gave it a 1.
One, I give it a 1.1. It was pretty terrible.
I gave it a 1.
Man, it wasn't good.
But then the best thing on the card is next.
Oh, because there's a big giant egg.
Yeah.
Because eggs go with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And like, what's in the egg? And like, I have never in my life.
Which, FYI, was apparently supposed to be the Undertaker.
No.
He was supposed to be the Eggman.
Oh, fuck. So it comes out and it's there. What's in the egg? I can't believe it. And Piper tries to sell it. Gene tries to. Mean Gene
Do you
Okerlund.
know who the Gobbledygooker was?
You're gonna say it. I'm gonna remember it.
Yep.
Who was it?
I need to look at my notes. Hector Guerrero,
Yeah.
the uncle of Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Or the
Jordan's
brother of Eddie
watching
Guerrero?
football or something right now.
No.
So
Let me live, fuck.
comes out of this egg and there is fucking no reaction
Eddie
from the
Guerrero's
crowd.
brother. I wrote it down. I just didn't read it.
He comes out with there's no reaction.
It's Gene Okerlund can get this guy over.
And he tried, man. He got in the ring. He was
They
trying to flip.
danced.
He danced with him. It was.
He was supposed to be an actual thing. They were supposed to wrestle together. Or not together. He was supposed to be a wrestler.
But you know what? End of the day, he just wasn't anything, and it was freaking stupid, and I want to forget it.
He's one of the worst gimmicks ever in wrestling.
God damn. He's worse than a Yeti.
But do you think Vince was in the back going, "This is good shit. Look at him. He's a big chicken. He's a turkey."
If he does, Vince is fucked.
So he was for sure in the back
Yeah.
doing that.
So then we finish it out with the grand finale. You have a team of 5 heels against a team of the 3 lone survivors of faces.
Yeah.
Matt, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't put any money down. I don't know who's going to win this match.
Really? Because
No, the faces are going to win.
Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior
Yeah.
are both on there.
And so it's Tito, the Ultimate Warrior, and Hulk Hogan against DiBiase and the entire team of whatever they were called, the Visionaries.
So here's what I'm just gonna say. So Santana comes out, hits the Warlord with a flying forearm. The poor Warlord. The guy was just a monster, but sucked. Eats this forearm, eats a quick pin. And then DiBiase comes in and eliminates Santana. So Santana was literally in there to eat a pin
Yeah.
and then create odds
Yeah.
for the Warrior and Hulk to overcome.
I would have just made it. Oh, I guess you couldn't. Just make it Hulk and the Warrior against everybody.
But then you would have had 6.
Do it. Fuck, I don't.
Yeah, I think it would have. But who do you take from that matchup? Because
Undertaker.
No, because it would need to be the Mercenaries, so Slaughter's team.
Slaughter, sure. Then let Slaughter be it.
But then you make Slaughter look dumb.
There was no.
Because
Okay, look, Matt.
the
There's no
heels
good idea.
look dumb.
There was no good way to do this, but like this match is so stupid. It was just to get Hogan and Warrior some posing time.
Hogan eliminated Paul Roma with a clothesline.
Yeah, because it's a devastating clothesline, Matt. It's like his leg drop.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
sorry.
It's the leg drop of his arms.
Yeah.
So
I'm apologizing.
I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. Hogan and Warrior are the only ones.
Martel
that survived.
walked away. He got counted out.
Yeah, what the hell was that about?
It's because he's the model. He had a modeling job probably, and he needed to get away.
And he probably sprayed himself with arrogance.
Oh,
Great name for a
from the
perfume.
atomizer.
Amazing.
So good.
So yeah, at the end of the day, Matt, Nelson gives this 1.25 out of 5. You know what? I thought he underrated it. I just thought it was reeking of nostalgia for me, and I gave it 2.1 out of 5.
I gave it a 1.5. It was what it was. DiBiase was the star of that match because he bumped everywhere. He was the only guy in that match who could take a bump. But it was fun. It was fun.
This whole card was just fun.
Yeah, if there's one word that describes this card, it's fun.
And you know what? It's one of those cards that doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't bring anywhere. It just kind of progresses storyline a little bit.
Sort of. Because you know the storylines that are coming for WrestleMania
and
7.
The thing with this year's Survivor Series, I feel like it's just like now it's Survivor Series just like brand against brand. You forget all the other storylines and then they just
It doesn't progress anything, but at the same time, I do love November because you can just kind of forget about storylines.
Yeah.
Except this year, they're kind of going towards the turmoil between teams as opposed to turmoil against teams.
Yeah, but I guess that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hogan must pose, Warrior must run around like a moron, and we got that. And if you're a fan of wrestling in 1990, you went home pretty goddamn happy.
Hulk Hogan had to teach the Ultimate Warrior how to celebrate without running around like a moron. He's like guiding him around the ring, lifting his hand up.
So at the end of the day, this whole thing was sponsored by cocaine.
And Icabro.
So Matt, cheers it, sip it, chug it.
Cheers all day.
Cheers all fucking day.
I would wear, like if I still had a tape of this, I would have a VCR just to watch it.
I think if I'm gonna show wrestling to someone who hasn't watched it in about 10 years, it's the first one I'm showing them, just to bring them back. This is why you loved wrestling.
No, I understand what you're saying. I don't disagree, but I think if you're someone like Jordan, who is a big 2000s and after fan,
Won't
Attitude
appreciate-
Era, and
yeah,
you want to show him something to make him go, all right,
yeah,
the golden era wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
This is what you show him.
yeah. I'd say that's fair.
No, this was fun.
Yeah,
It's fun because you can actually like mock it, but you're still watching it and you'll watch it till the end.
you can look at guys like, damn, they took some steroids back then.
Yeah, there's so much steroids. in this.
Patriots scored 13 unanswered in the fourth and won 30-27.
They won. They didn't get free football.
No, so I would argue that the Patriots won, but so did the Jets. 0-9, Trevor Lawrence streak is alive. Anyways, you guys were saying what about wrestling?
So, anyways,
Nothing. It's all good.
So with that means is Jordan is completely goddamn checked out. So you can follow us on
I wasn't even bored yet.
at JScope55,
That's
at
me.
Gagne and Matt with Dos Tays,
days.
at Pat Gagne. You can follow us on the Instagram at Bros Bumps and Beers A&D, and on Twitter Bros Bumps Beers. You're going to follow us. You're going to give us 5 stars. You're going to make a subscription. And we're going to see you next week for another episode of Bros, Bumps, and Beers. Drink local, everybody.